Welcome
Welcome.
to the 1-year anniversary show. How about that? Made it a year.
We did it. We made it.
We did it. And
we survived.
We sent out a bunch of invites to people who've been on the show throughout the year, and not one of those bastards decided to show up.
I hate it. Freaking just
kidding.
you and me, bro.
Just kidding. We have them all hidden back here. All right, let's start bringing them in.
To all the people who've never seen the show, we invited them, and they didn't show up.
Yeah, which is weird.
Don't know.
All right,
it
first
is really
up,
weird.
Lance Jennings.
Lance!
Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Congratulations
What's up,
on 1 year. Doing good. How you guys doing? Congratulations. Good. Thank you guys for a great channel.
Thank you. And thanks for not being sick of us.
Wait, I'll just pop something up on the chat. I'll do it in a second here. Let's bring in the next person. DJC.
Yo,
oh, hey.
DJC.
What's going on?
I'm doing great here. It's Purple Day.
Ooh.
Oh.
And where can we get that merch?
Absolutely nowhere. But I have tons of it. So if you want it, get it now. Available nowhere. I had to sport the shirt though. I couldn't do full purple. I had to do the gogamego or gogamego.
You know, I need a koozie. Do you have any koozies?
I don't. I only have about 400 of them. We got the camo, we got the orange, I got the black, I got red, purple. Anyways, yeah, available nowhere.
Let us know when that cutout of you goes on sale behind you.
Yeah.
I'll just give it to you. I'll send it in the mail.
Fold it up.
Yeah, fold it up. Many creases.
Next up,
the many creases of DJC.
Bar from Movie Night.
Bar.
How's it going, Bar?
What's up, sister?
Not much. What's up with you?
Bar, you ready for a good time?
No.
Well, then you're in the right spot.
Hang on, I'll put on the Justice League. You'll really hate it then.
The Schneider version?
Yes.
My eyes.
The long Schneider version.
Ooh. Next up, JD.
Woo, JD, what's up?
JD, you're on mute. There you go.
Guys.
Welcome to the
I have drink in hand now.
Oh.
As promised.
Perfect.
Happy 100th episode. Cheers.
Cheers to all of you.
In that case,
Cabo Wabo margarita.
I didn't get to doing the limes today, so.
And speaking of drinks, here's Papa Pete.
Papa Pete. All right.
Coming up.
It's going to be that kind of show.
I feel like we're on Happy Days with Joni and Chachi kiss for the first time.
Put that ad button a little too soon there, didn't I?
I thought I had a little bit. I thought I had more time. I'm sorry, guys.
That was the director's cut.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh. If I had a bingo card, Papa Pete making out would not have been on it.
Is that the trailer for Rise of Skywalker?
That's it.
The B version.
All of a sudden, you see Pete's camera go up a little bit.
So here's a note from my mom. Just so she knows, I sent you a link to get into the show if you want to pop in to say hi. It's in your email.
She's got to.
Yes, you were on the show. You have to get here.
She's got to be here. She is.
Planned. Retro Bros in the house. Thanks, Retro Bros. Now, I'll explain this one here. On our very first show, I don't think anyone watched live. George is a friend of my son's. My son, and this was the very first live chat comment. I don't even know what it means, but that was it.
That's
long champ. First comment, first show.
Hey, part of the history.
It's great.
I just watched the beginning of that first show, and you're like, "Hey, George is here." I was like, "Wait, we had somebody here?" I was like,
we had no one in live chat, but we had like 80-something views. I don't know who even found the show to watch it. It's really weird. Very strange. I don't get it. You want to see the very opening of the very first show?
Yes.
Sure.
No.
Yeah. No, we don't really want to, but we're going to.
Next thing you know, we will be watching Justice League.
All right. All right, I think we're live. I ain't dead yet. That's good. Hi, I'm Stu.
Hey, Stuart, how you doing?
Good. Who are you? It says Jeff. What?
It says
Go with that.
And then for
I
some
love
reason, I just get distracted by my phone for a while.
I'm like, what is going on here? Are we doing something?
All right, I think I'll end it there. That was terrible.
Oh, how far we've come.
Wow.
Can we just have another
Thanks,
moment of
Christopher.
silence for that?
Oh, that was terrible.
That was awesome. Available on Blu-ray with extra features soon.
Wait till you see it in slow motion.
Look, you got to
With
start
commentary.
somewhere.
You do have to start somewhere.
Unfortunately, we
I started with my
started
head
there.
up my ass.
Papa Pete. send me-
Yeah,
And the winner is
Oh,
It's going to be great to have that on the video for all time.
that's like when OEB Pete called me a cold son of a bee. You make one joke about a dead guy and you're branded for life. Oh man.
As God is my witness, I thought it was okay.
Man, oh man.
So,
You know what? Were you gonna say something?
Oh yeah, Jeff and Stu, I brought this goalie stick out.
Yeah, what is
for
that?
you guys? Can you guess whose stick that is? And it's somebody we've talked about before, who you had a close association with early in his career.
Stuart? Stuart had a close relationship or me?
As a fan, as a general hockey fan in St. Louis.
Mike Liute?
You got it.
Wow.
So this is a game-used stick from Mike Liute. It was the Washington Capitals years towards the end of his career, 89-90. He had most shutouts in the NHL that season, and he got us to the semifinals. I believe we played the Bruins.
Wow.
Oh, come on. Really?
Going
This is
off
just
on DJC already.
unbelievable. Should be banned from the chat.
They
So-
just met.
So
It's all
brought
over.
it out. I brought it out with the St. Louis connection there, that memorabilia connection.
Yeah, I love Mike Liute. He was great.
Oh, he really was.
Oh wait, we got another guest.
What?
Hey!
How y'all doing?
Hi, Mama June.
Good, Junebug.
Very
Oh,
good.
you got a
Good to see
crowd
you.
out here.
Yeah. Hey, happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Papa Pete's there. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, look, here's the episode
Oh, wow.
you were on.
Oh, wow. Look at that. I look younger.
Welcome back.
now.
It was last fall.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I would say it's been a long time.
What would have been really crazy if you had that same blouse on tonight. That would have been really trippy.
Oh,
You know what's
people change.
go Graham go.
Go, Graham, go.
You know what's funny that
Oh, yeah.
that episode we did that
I
episode.
don't know
What was
which
it like?
one thought of that.
That was me.
That was me.
I think that came on like 3 episodes after Tommy was on the first time.
Yeah.
It was really strange. He was on like twice in 1 month.
Yeah. And that
That's
was a
pretty cool.
huge one. Wasn't that it? That was one of our biggest episodes, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Both those Tommy episodes were huge.
Yeah.
So I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
let's see. We can go through a few of the people that were here.
There's my
This is,
boy.
Stuart's son, the very first interview we did,
Yeah.
Cool.
Episode 3.
Nice.
episode 3. That was fun. We talked all about we talked mainly about the Switch, I think.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
yeah, we
Stuart,
did.
how old is he? Stuart?
Logan
How
now
old is
is
Logan? Yeah.
yeah, he's 31 going on 32.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Yeah. It's a good thing he just gets older and I don't.
Yeah, I know how that works.
So your son is older than you were when I first met you.
There you go.
Jeez,
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
that is crazy.
It's like that year when you realize you and your wife have known each other longer than you didn't.
Yes, that's always kind of strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And look
What?
here, we had our very next interview. We had Nintendo Kid. I don't know if you guys have ever seen his channel. He is really good. This guy can make some good videos. He's a really good guy. I still talk to him quite a bit.
And I was excited that he mentioned me when he did what was the name of the game with the rock band in the car and the
I don't remember.
but he was saying that he didn't really get into heavy metal. He goes, but Stu would like this, and I was like, oh, that's cool. He said he's talking about me. That's so nice.
So nice.
So nice. Not like you guys. You guys talk bad about me all the time.
Before we started the channel, I was watching. I've been watching Papa Pete for almost as long as you've been on.
Even when he didn't know it.
Even when he didn't know. He was stalking.
Yeah, I'm stalking you.
Isn't that the point?
Isn't that the point?
Pretty soon you'll see me looking through your window, Pete.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, when I subscribed to you, you were in the 50s, and I was going through my list on TV, and I got to you, and it showed how many subscribers, and my son said, "Why are you subscribed to somebody with 50 subscribers?" I said, "I like the videos. It's okay. I don't care how many subscribers he has." But shortly after that, then I started. It was probably a year or so after that. I started watching OAB Pete a lot.
Yeah.
And I wonder if Pete's going to show up tonight. That'd be good if he did.
Yeah, it would.
But it was funny in that we had started the channel, Stuart, and we were watching an OABP show, and I was sitting there with Celia, and OAB Pete mentioned the channel, and her head went like what? Did he just mention you? Like, yeah, I mentioned our channel. It's always weird, like the first time you hear someone mention the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I'm of course going all the way back to the first show and how we've all talked about this over the years. When I getting that first text from you when we're talking about doing the show and you sent, I go, what's it going to be called? And you sent it to me. Wow, am I echoing so bad?
There is an echo.
It just does that. I should just wait until it goes away.
Yeah, it tends to go away after a while.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Maybe I should just stop. Somebody else talk for a minute.
Mike's at the gym working out. I think he's joining us after that.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he'll be with us soon.
But I remember you sending me the name, and I just couldn't figure out how it was going to be. And you're like, yeah, it's Go Game Go. I was like, what? Oh, I get it. But then we were infamous for the name because nobody knew how to say it.
Again, on OAB Pete's show, before we started the channel, I was commenting in his videos, on his live chats, and I forgot what I sent him, but he tried pronouncing the name and he completely butchered it. It was hilarious. It wasn't even close. I always like when people get it completely wrong.
That's like JD sent me a link for the photographer's show In Your Face, and I always thought his name was Lazar. I didn't know how to say his name. It was Lazar. Anybody who ever sees or saw Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg, he's the guy taking the photos of Steel Dragon for the new album and stuff, and for the new tour, but it's here. It was. I saw the movie and saw it's Zlow's Hour. That's it. Just that simple.
This is actually a Zlow's photo of Eddie Van Halen doing a fine Eddie in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah, he used to do all the like Guitar Magazine covers and all different bands.
What would really trip you out when you watch that movie is just how far back he goes.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a teenager and shooting Led Zeppelin, and I'm like,
Stones and Hendrix. Yep.
Yeah, and I saw those photos, and I'm like, wait a minute. He went all the way back to there? But, yeah, amazing stuff.
Yeah, he's a trip. He's great.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get him on the show sometime. So
that would be
cool. The Zlows.
You want to see my Tommy was on. It said show 10. I just made that number up. I went back. I forgot to like keep track, but I wasn't sure how many we did. So I said 10 sounds good. We weren't at 10. We were like at 6 or something. So I put 10. But Tommy commented. He was the first person to comment on an actual video, like in the actual comment section.
Yeah.
On our second episode, he commented, and we had I think 10 subscribers. So I was feeling pretty bold. So I wrote him back on Twitter. I said, "Hey Tommy, want to be on the show?" He said, "Sure." I was like, "What?" Wow! I'm like, "Sure, we got 10 subscribers." By the time we finally made it, I think we were in the 30s. By the time we got on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
But here, look at this clip. This is my favorite part of this video. It's pretty funny.
But how are you going to do your taxes on in television? Yeah. We decided that after 38 years, we're going to bring back the Intellivision keyboard computer.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
It's going to be this big.
It is. It's ahead of its time.
For $7,000. That this one sell for on eBay if you can find one. Oh my God!
What a rare piece too.
We're gonna bring back the tape deck.
The tape deck.
Great! I can't wait to learn French.
Look at that monster.
Yep. For the long,
like as big as the ENIAC. The original
Gary wanted one of those so bad. Oh yeah.
Oh, I would love to have one of those.
We were gonna get one.
Those are awesome.
They materialized.
The tuning goes in there.
Well, I think
Just let me keep stacking it.
Oh, this is, I think I remember this.
I was waiting for Tommy to fall over from the weight of that thing.
Like a Fred Flintstone in the car with a big rib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original McRib.
They may go ahead.
This is going to be RFID. So
Awesome.
Great.
you
put a controller in there too.
Very natural.
Stu goes, it looks very natural.
Makes you want to hold.
Like a big boombox.
That's not clunky at all.
It's Amico Light.
Amico Light.
Oh.
I don't know if it's your
Wow.
It's Gogamego exclusive.
Well, see, one of them he has belonged to Dave Chandler, who designed the Intellivision. I mean, that's super rare.
Yeah.
The Amico Light. Got a
The
little
Amico Light.
Look at
Hey,
Pete.
Barry.
Hey, Barry.
Terry.
Barry, who's been on every episode.
Yeah.
Just made me want to hold my television.
Is that a flashback?
And a flashback. Yeah.
Is that the Muppet television or baby television?
Is that the Hilbert one?
Like that. I think I'm glad.
Hey, Pete, is that the homebrewed flashback?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The ultimate flashback.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then every time we would talk to him on the show, he'd always show the GTO red. It always drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're holding on to one of those for me, right?
The only one in existence, I think.
You think we'll see it for launch, or do you think they're going to hold that back to next year? It's kind of.
I'd like to get one of those.
I guess they haven't announced it because I guess the retailer doesn't want to announce it for some reason.
Which ones are you all getting? What colors again?
Founders for me.
I got the wood grain and the black right now. I mean, pre-ordered.
Who got the purple? Did nobody here get the purple?
I wanted it. I did the VIP wood grain. I had to have the wood grain.
Yeah.
But as soon as I saw the purple, I was like, oh man. And then the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at a crossroads there. That's why I'm kind of holding out before I order a purple, because I was like, I might want to get the red if that's announced soon.
The black looks awesome. Black looks great.
Oh yeah.
My sister got the purple.
Yeah, she got the purple and I got the wood grain.
Wood grain.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Howard the black VIP one.
I wonder if they're gonna change the black one like they did the white one, where it's matte and gloss.
You know, I'm liking the look of the white one. It's
It looks, I mean, the shine makes it look a little nicer, but I don't know. I had to go for something different. You know, I like the wood grain is the classic for me.
Yeah.
That is cool. Hey,
Yeah,
look who was our next interview here, Snestastic Pete.
Nice.
Or since then he's changed his name, is Yumiko Kid now.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, interesting.
And Pete joined us at the same time as this show started tonight. So it was 1 a.m, I think, for him.
Yeah.
I think he's asleep right there. I can't believe he joined us that late. I don't know how he stayed awake.
Dude, they do that in England. They just do that. I have messaged people over there, whether it's my my friends or whether, whoever it is, one of my friends over there. And when I'll have to get up and pee in the middle of the night, and there's a message back from them. I'm like, what do you people do? You just hang out, and when a message comes, you just, I better answer that, and then there you go, and back to sleep I go. I don't know. It's, all I'll tell you is if you need a nap over there, it's called having a kip. You're going to have a kip.
A kip?
Yeah, I'm going to have a kip. You're not taking a kip. You're having a kip.
Crazy.
So, right.
So, and then we started movie night.
Yeah, and I'm like, where the hell am I?
Yeah, where are you, Stuart? That's not your normal.
Am I walking around the house or something?
What's he doing?
Do a show wherever you go.
Right.
What was
that's kind of
the first movie night.
The first movie night was Stuart and I did 1982 movies.
Yes.
Very specific. And then Papa Pete joined us for the next one. And I don't remember what the topic was.
The horror films, wasn't it?
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, because I was just looking at that one earlier.
And then this one that I show here is the third one. That's when Barr joined in.
That's when it got dangerous.
No, we were talking about that.
Was that Bond?
Sean Connery. This was
Sean
Connery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That horror episode, was that the one where you showed the parody? Was it Jason with the two killers?
Yes.
Oh, you got to show that again.
Let me see if I can find it.
That's freaking hilarious.
That is funny.
Yeah, I was looking through the movie ones. We need to focus on a year again. We need to do that again.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
What do you think the best year?
There's so many that you could go with.
84 was a really good year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it's already on. Okay. This just cracks me up.
Oh, this is great.
It's only 49 seconds, but it's hilarious.
That's what she said.
I remember that too.
you. Here's my turf.
Oh, it's classic.
So great. So great.
Lance, you have a good memory.
So great.
I completely
Next to
forgot
Perry,
about that
still
part.
one of the biggest highlights. Shoot.
Mike Mullis isn't even here, but he was our next interview.
Yeah.
There you
so
go.
funny because
Brother Mike.
whoop.
Oh, they're coming back.
Same soundtrack.
Just play that over Mike's video. Where is
That
it?
which was great before will soon be great again.
But this is the night that YouTube went down. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh man.
Yes, I do.
Back in November.
Yep.
Mhm.
I told them many times, let's just do the show. It seems like it's working. Just keep doing the show. Don't worry about it not. And then they're still talking about, no, wait, what if we try this? I'm like, I'm serious. We should just do the show.
Well, I remember I was in chat that night, and it was like a long delay. You guys would say something, and I'm typing back, trying to answer back, and it was like, I don't know, 3 minutes later, just like answering by smoke signals or something.
Hell, with that delay, you could have done it by mail.
Reboot the
mail's
mode.
here. What's this from Lance? Oh,
Hey,
there's
you've
a
got
delay.
What is 9Q?
14.4 bud.
He means 9 p.m., but I don't know what Q. I don't know if that's a typo.
No, it is. I was just making fun of it.
No, I don't know. If it's
Yeah, but what does that translate to Papa Pete time?
It translates to DJ C's a dick.
Whoa, that was uncalled for.
Wow.
Wow. No, he's right. I was being one. So.
I'm just throwing it
Art-
down.
Art Big Balls the deck.
Yeah, where is he? See, he already left the chat. Doesn't even care.
all of a sudden, I feel like we're in a Dean Martin roast, and Don Rickles just watching.
I'm not shaving my head.
Mike's working out. Look how thin Mike is, though.
Yeah.
Look at
Wow. What's that supposed to mean?
that. He looks like he's already in good shape.
Oh, okay. Just like
Um,
IBM.
Oh, perfect.
D?
Q, PM.
Oh, whatever, Art. What an idiot.
Yeah, that was a weird night because we kept starting and stopping, and by the time it ended, we looked back and it was over a 2-hour show. Poor Mike had to sit through all that. Hey,
Well,
first
you guys
hockey
stayed-
night.
Oh,
You
it's
guys
so
stayed
good.
like
Hockey
an hour
night.
though for the first few, right?
What's that?
The first few shows, it was like basically an hour, hour
Yes.
and change maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did
And
you
then
guys?
Tommy
Right.
showed up on which show was Tommy? Our
Well, it says number 10, but it wasn't 10.
yeah. Because the first time we talked to Tommy, it was we made the joke that it was going to be like a 4-hour show, and we ended up at 3+.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah, what was it? Let's see. It was 3 hours and 5 minutes. Yeah.
yeah,
I think I remember watching you guys play hockey because I think I got on my phone. I was in a beer tent outside. Because that was during when all the restaurants were doing the tent set, which made 0 sense. And I'm like, I'm watching. Just have it on my phone on a table.
Of all the shows I missed, it was the hockey one.
yeah, right. Well,
We've
that's
done
why
it
we
a few
recorded.
times, but not in a while. I think probably 3 or 4 times we played, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But it's been a while. I think it's due for rematch. Every match has gone the full 7 games.
Yes.
I think I won the first one. You won the next 2. I think we've just done 3 actually.
I closed out on Dace here by accident, so I had to go find him again. This was Days from Schmuptopia.
What's
This guy
doing?
I'm feigning
Well, you're really rubbing your
reason.
Dave's a cool guy. This guy is probably the best shooter player I've ever come across. This guy is awesome.
Yeah, he's got
Is
two
that
books.
an
about it.
R-type shirt, right?
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that nice?
Yeah,
That
That's pretty
archive?
awesome. I kind of want that.
Me too. That's what I was telling him. Like, I need one of those.
We could get. Maybe we should all get DJC merchandise.
You can.
Yeah.
It's you might off air. I'll say something.
I'll say something.
It is available nowhere, just letting you know. But off air, I'll let you know some stuff.
Don't make us make counterfeit DJC shirts.
Please do. You have my full permission.
Just don't put the Atari joystick on it.
Yeah.
Or any joystick.
Just shut
Yeah.
down.
Oh man.
Or an Amico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Atari will get upset.
Yeah. Atari strikes you for having an Amico on your shirt now.
That's right here.
Taking credit.
Although I filed the claim saying they had no right to do it, and they put it back up.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really
They
cool.
said it was erroneously removed.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to get one of those then.
Yeah, it's there. Look who was next.
Oh my God, I remember that one. I told
Nice.
everyone I knew to get in the chat. I said I'll mention your name if everyone watches.
Well, they were at the bar watching, right?
Yeah, and so the whole bar they
Rogers
broadcasted it on. Rogers Roos had it on their TVs, and everybody was pretty tore up watching. And then I remember they called me while we were on, and they're like, "We see you on TV," and I go, "Yeah, I'm in the middle of a show." But this is proof that Go Game Go made DJC right here. There it is.
There you
Love
go.
that. That was such a good time. That was such
That
a
was a
great,
blast.
fun night. Yep.
Yeah, this was way back in February.
Yeah.
It's
Look how fat I am there.
Hey, I love that. I see the baseball overlays for the Intellivision. In the
Right.
back.
Yeah.
Arco's cool.
Nice.
Got my bowling, baseball, burger time, lock and chase, and what's my other one I have hanging up here? Oh, that's it. That's awesome. That was such a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
We went for a while too. We were talking about music. We got into music and then games and
Oh yeah.
so
Wait,
cool.
how long was that show?
It was up there, I think. I think we was over 2 hours, I
It
want to
was
say.
over 2 hours.
Yeah.
What
Very
was that?
cool.
Toys too. What was that? Monster you were talking about? Remember
What was
you were talking about the tower? Like it was like a Stretch Armstrong, and there was the
Oh,
monster that was-
the green, like it was like looked like the Loch Ness monster or the monster of the Black Lagoon. But yeah, it was the green stretch
Right.
monster.
Stretch monster.
And then I had one and it got cut and some of the jelly was coming out and I literally like patched it with like a Band-Aid and had to hide it from like my mom because if she took it, she's like, "I'll throw that thing out if it's leaking anything." And I'm like, "Oh no, it's fine, it's totally cool."
I just
I'm like,
love
"You'll
that
be
they-
okay."
I just love that they
I just
come out with Stretch Armstrong and they don't come up with anything more creative than
The monster.
Monster.
What was
The
the
arm
gel?
was already taken.
What was the gel that was in Stretch Armstrong anyway?
Like corn syrup. I remember the smell to this day. Like when that.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. It was real sticky. I think that there's probably online, obviously, but yeah, I think it was something to do with like corn syrup and some other stuff.
Do not taunt Happy Fun Ball.
What a great SNL skit when they were funny.
Super happy fun ball.
My wife pulls that line out now and again. It's just like, do not taunt Happy Fun Ball.
Yeah. Happy Fun Ball.
We use that one a lot too. That was a great one.
Rubber Gaming Club.
I said you will periodically pull out that line from SNL. Do not taunt Happy Fun Ball.
SNL was so funny.
This is the only show I missed.
Oh, hold on.
Although-
I'll get you.
I don't see it.
Although I didn't technically miss it because I was on for the first few seconds. I was on my cell phone for the first few seconds just to say hi. And then when I went to leave, instead of just leaving, I ended the broadcast by mistake. So Pete and Stuart were left with Dan, and the whole thing just shut down.
Well, the worst part was when I didn't even realize you were still with us. And I'm like, well, I guess Jeff's not here. And your picture's right there on the screen.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't I think you were gone?
Because if you go to our channel, look at our videos, there's two of them. There's one that's like 30 seconds, and then there's this one.
Oh, that's right. Yes, right. Okay. Right. Yeah, because you took off, and then it threw everything off.
Oh my God! Again, Art, just get out of the chat. So stupid. Trying to have an anniversary show here. Come on.
Well, Art just put out a new channel, so he's looking for subs.
Yeah, do not subscribe to him. Just an awful, awful person.
Too late. I subscribed to him.
Oh, darn it.
Oh, darn it.
Hey, here's where Stuart started the hammer away.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
That's right.
What a first guest here.
Nice.
Tommy Tallarico.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just threw an invite out to Aldo Nova today, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Because I had to update who was on the show and who's talking about being on the show, because I was just telling JD and I guess the four of us, the group of us that are in that chat, about the Frank Domino, talking to him this end of this month. So, and yeah, that was a great first show. And how long was that one? That one was
pretty long.
Was that 3 hours or
2 hours and 39 minutes?
Yeah, we were heading for
long.
3.
I can't help but notice here, 29 likes, no dislikes. So I guess when Tommy's not talking about the Amico, there's the dislikes don't come out.
I'm sure if you threw a tag on there that said like a hashtag in television Amigo, it would just start getting hate.
Oh,
yeah.
By the same 6 people, not by everyone. Yeah.
Right. See, I put the muck instead of the Amico.
Maybe I should do that. Go in there, put a tag in there of Amico, and see if we get any dislikes from now on.
No. Yeah, whatever.
He's like, no.
Whatever you got to do.
They probably have
That was great.
I thought this was a tremendous idea. Amico Madness.
Oh.
That was a fun show.
This was remember, this was 3 hours and 19 minutes.
Was this
It was long.
Because we did the whole bracket in one night.
Yeah.
Yes, which was a big mistake.
Was this the longest show?
Yeah, live, you learn.
God, is this the longest? It might be.
Well, no, because you said that Tommy wasn't that? Oh no, that was 305.
305.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one is the longest show.
I can remember this being the longest one I ever remember watching of you guys, but not the longest show that I ever watched you guys on, because that was Brother Mike's show on Thursday night. That was about 4 hours long.
Oh, wow.
I think Mike says that we still hold the record for that.
I think so.
topics? You don't need no stinking topics.
Right? Yeah, just talk.
An hour and 57
Open
minutes
talk.
in. Okay, we're ready. Topic 1.
That was just so funny. We're sitting there, and all of a sudden the chat starts going up with Go Game Go stuff. B. Arthur versus.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite.
Like
That's my favorite.
I remember chiming in on that chat. B. Arthur versus Abe Pagoda, and Mike loses. He goes, "Pete's not ready. HGK's not ready." Wrong show.
Oh.
I just remember being on Mike's show, and it was just like, I'm like, what? Did this just turn into Go Game Go? What's going on here? Are we okay with this? Is this okay? Is he okay with this?
The chat really hijacked that show.
Oh, geez.
It was so funny.
Oh, good time.
That was a good time.
My favorite part was Mike was laughing so hard he scooted his chair back and went into that room right behind him.
Oh, yeah.
I think was our last show like over 3 hours?
The
I think our
last show?
2 shows were. Our last 2 shows were really long for some reason.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely 2 times ago. I remember because it just got on a roll. We were on a roll about candy was the last thing we were doing on the last show.
Oh yeah.
Candy. Well, that's a topic.
That is a topic of all the topics. That's sure one of them.
It's candy.
It's also going to be a Madness Brackets episode.
It
at
is.
Some point here.
It is.
Candy bracket.
Nice.
As long as I can throw a Zagnut and a whatchamacallit in there, we're good to go.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Zagnut.
Yes.
Zagnut's great.
You notice the asterisk by some of these names? That meant that they won on a tiebreaker. And it was so funny because, like, first round we had a tiebreaker, and Stuart and I were just sitting there like, "Oh,
We never thought of that.
we didn't think of a tiebreaker." So we flipped a coin, and the chat was not happy.
Yeah.
That was the angriest the chat ever got at us. I think
That really surprised me. I didn't think. How do you get mad about a flip of a coin?
After 4 hours of watching, are you kidding me?
until I met Stu, I thought it was rigged. I thought it was all rigged.
So Chuck, what you're saying is we should have handed out Snickers bars by the end of the show. It just got everybody chilled out.
I would have even
gifts.
I would have even taken a Clark bar.
I'd have even taken a Clark bar.
the poor man's Butterfinger.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I was just going to ask that. Well,
I actually like those better.
Me too. But I still like Zagnut better.
Oh yeah, that's my top.
I mean, well, my top is whatchamacallit. That's why when you said those two, I about flipped.
I would say they'd probably tie. I mean, if I had to put them, that'd be a hard one because Zagnut and whatchamacallits are just
That's what she said.
Yeah, that is what she said.
I got to remember your mom is here.
Oh, Bar's taking off. Thanks for stopping by, Bar.
See you, Bar.
Take care, buddy.
See you.
Bar.
He's our candy bar.
Candy bar.
Bar's like Bob Hope. He's coming on, and he's just getting out.
Mind if I play through, boys? Doctor, glad I'm not sick. All right.
Oh, shoot.
Bar, we'll see you in the next movie night.
Yes, we will.
Yes,
we will.
Yes.
I can't hear
It's gonna be
Oh,
Papa
Bar, you're on
Pete's
mute.
sex tapes.
Yeah, I'm on mute.
Papa Pete's sex tapes on the next movie night.
Oh boy.
We'll
Thanks,
turn that
boys.
into a bracket.
So much for that 3.5 hour record.
Yeah. Oh man.
Definitely gonna need a bracket.
And maybe a crutch.
Oh boy.
On that note, Mama C's going to bed too. Boy, happy anniversary, guys.
Thanks for stopping by, Chrissy.
Remember the camera set up the camera, Chrissy, when you get up there.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Wait, I'm supposed to remember June is here tonight.
Oh, that's all right. I hear more than that. By now.
And then there were 7. We got rid of 2.
Right.
We'll see who can last the whole time.
Oh my
We're
god!
trying for 12 hours this evening. Who's going to be standing last?
So yeah,
Chuck, you were saying Zagnut, your favorite candy. I'm just picturing you with a tab and a Zagnut at the same
Oh,
time.
I would be in heaven.
Wow.
I would
The
be
only
in
person
heaven.
probably that's ever had a Zagnut and a tab at the same time.
You know what? Maybe I'll need to make a video about that.
You will.
Tab and a Zagnut.
Tab and a Zagnut. Is that called a tug nut?
Is that the name of your new sex tape? All of a sudden,
that's
Pete's
good.
all of a sudden Pete's off the show. I think she's got the camera ready. Tug nut coming.
I got to write these ones down.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Papa Pete Wonka book.
Don't
Yeah,
forget Pete. Don't forget Toblerone.
Oh, that's right.
Another good one.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because of COVID that really slowed down its distribution. So
Well,
Oh.
I had Toblerone in the can, and then COVID hit.
Toblerone.
Remember on this show, since we were flipping coins, we got down to baseball and Cloudy Mountain. And we were just sweating it. We're like, oh my God, if this is a tie, this is going to be the worst thing ever. And thankfully, we had an odd number of people because it was like 8 to 7 or something like that.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh,
That was one of the most fun yet painful nights of my life.
It was. Yeah. But was that one really as painful as the next one? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, level 857. These guys are hilarious.
Yeah.
You don't even need a topic. You just start talking, and next thing you know, it's a couple hours later.
Yeah.
No doubt. I was totally digging their setup there, man. That is so cool.
That is amazing.
This wall is different than they used to have. This wall is so cool. I mean, just look at that.
I know. I mean, I got to do something back here now. I gotta just start getting prints made. So.
Yeah, that's probably all it is. I bet you they just maybe just print out.
That's exactly what they said they did. They just printed out, just like DJC did.
Yeah,
Chuck's
with his overlays and stuff.
Yeah, those are beautiful. I love those. I mean, I got the space, and it looks like they just put something on front of it, and in front of it with a black curtain, and then just put everything on it.
Yeah, that's really nice looking too.
Yeah, I love it, and all the things out front. I dig all that.
Oh, they got the little up, down, left, right, BA start. I just noticed that. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, over to the left. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. I was like trying to read it. That's up. I'm like, it's the Contra code.
Oh, is that what that is? Is the Contra code?
Yeah, it's the 30 guy or Konami code because you can do it on Life Force and Contra.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't tell my wife, but I'm gonna do the same setup in our family room once we move.
Hey, there you go. You should. I'd like to make a video of that when you let her know that.
Sure, I'll do that. Might be the final episode of Gogamego.
Jeff's final video.
Welcome to the last video.
This was Jeff and Barry from Premium Edition Games. They're the guys who do. It's kind of like limited run.
Yeah, are they Super Blood Hockey guys?
Yeah. Blood Hockey.
Oh, that's a great game. Oh my goodness, that's a great game.
And this one, and they just announced 2 new games.
Yep, such a great game.
And did you see the new patches that they have out for those games? They're really nice.
I watched this show. Yeah, this was they're almost like the Pitfall patches or the Activision patches.
Yeah, and yeah,
I have a Pitfall patch. I gotta find it.
That's sweet.
The Explorers Club. I have a picture of it.
Those patches were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pitfall. I really want to play that game again.
And then here's a
cool. Nice.
Very cool.
My former coworker Taryn.
Bat Glitch Crazy. Gotta watch out how you say that name.
Yeah.
She was really nice. She was a lot of fun that night.
Yeah.
I love Crow's comment.
Not really into Funko Pops either.
Just got a one wall of them, not 2.
I think I was just telling you about the Smokey and the Bandit car.
Yeah.
That one, I think, and that's when he said, yeah, I'm not really into him either.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I love that.
This is my favorite one. I have a lot of fun
ones. Oh, man, look at that.
Oh, that is a cool one. Oh, I wonder if they have a Dukes of Hazzard one. I wouldn't mind getting that.
That would be cool too.
I think they probably do.
Speaking of Trans Ams, when I was in grade school, my dad bought a bright orange Trans Am with the bird on the front.
Nice.
That was maybe the coolest car I've ever seen. It was awesome.
Wow.
That sounds cool.
My parents had one of the first. They had the '67 Firebird.
Oh wow!
And they sold it before I was born, and very sad about that. But
I wish they would bring the Trans Am back with the bird on it. I love.
Yeah.
It's so kind of gaudy, but it's so cool though too.
Wasn't that a 76, Jeff?
It was.
Yeah, I thought.
I think that was the only year they made that orange. It was a really bright orange. I think they just made it that one year.
Seen an orange one.
I don't see I don't see any Dukes of Hazzard Funko. That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I know. Like to have like Bo and Luke sticking out of the top, and
Yeah,
kind of like Burt Reynolds is on that one.
I mean, they've got the Morton Salt Girl, and they don't have Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, hold on, I'm ordering that right now. That's gonna look great in my kitchen.
Have you guys seen the Rush ones? I gotta go get my Rush Funkos. They're upstairs.
Yeah, those are awesome.
That's my second favorite.
I want this one
in the kimonos.
Oh, is that Space Ghost?
Yes.
Oh my God, they have a Space Ghost. That's amazing.
Yes. There's MacGyver.
Oh, that's cool too.
Evil Knievel.
I hadn't seen the Evil one.
That's pretty crazy.
Yep.
There's
Funko
some
Pop
fun
remind me of Amazon. You know, you can just type anything in Amazon and it'll pop up. It's like Funko Pop. Yeah. Look for anything and they have one. It's amazing.
That's how I found the Stripes ones.
Oh, Knight Rider.
In church, I fell across. I must have these.
Stripes characters.
I just found one I may have to get from my friend as a gift. They have the Ron Swanson.
Oh yeah.
I might have to order that one for her.
Oh, is that the Ghostbusters?
No, it's
Parks and Rec. Oh, Stripes. He's got Stripes. Yeah.
Oh, you got Stripes. Well, yeah, pretty close then. It was Bill Murray and Hillary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You think they just use the same ones and just
they just pop the heads on different bodies, right?
My favorite one is the John Candy mud wrestling scene one.
Yeah, that's great.
That is great. Yes.
Ollie
absolutely.
Oxford.
Yep.
I actually brought mine over here too recently.
Too bad they have no Francis Funko. Call me Psycho.
Oh, that's right. That deserves one for sure. That and a Hulka.
Of course I do.
Oh,
have to have Thor.
Gotta have the Thor.
And then
I've got two Funkos right there, 2 Funko Pops.
And then my daughter gave me the golden Doctor Strange.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it came in and I love it because he's floating. He stands on the cape. The cape actually is what he stands on. And he's levitating. And then remember these? These were called Mighty Mugs. Do you remember those?
No.
Yeah, they came out right before the Funko Pops or right at the same time or whatever. And I don't know. Family got me this one, I think.
Very nice.
Yeah. They're fun. I feel like a kid again.
I never planned on collecting them, and they just started appearing.
I gotta watch it. I mean, I go on Amazon and look at those dang things. I could buy a million.
We have got some in like every room now.
Like our friends have a lot. Our friends have a lot of them.
It started with an Alexander Ovechkin one that we just got for fun, and it went from there.
I'm looking at this bracket. I could have swore the Odd Couple beat Seinfeld in the first round in a huge upset, but they won. And Seinfeld made it all the way to the third round.
Yeah,
they got booted early for some reason. The Office was the one.
The Office got booted.
Herb got booted early too, right?
Wow, Mork and Mindy too, huh? And Three's Company.
Well, and my Brooklyn Nine-Nine had to go up against Seinfeld, right, in the first one?
That's rough.
No. I'm like, wait, was Brooklyn Nine-Nine in it?
Yeah, because it got knocked out in the first round. I was not happy that it went up against Seinfeld in the first round. I'm like, well, forget it.
Oh, maybe there was a round. Was there a round before this?
Yeah, I think so.
Look at Night Court.
That's the whole thing. We did just the first 32 the first night, and then we did the rest the second night. But they're all on the screen there.
Wow, you had Big Bang Theory and Cheers were the finals.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of cool that it was something new and something classic.
Yeah. Both great shows, but Cheers. You'd have to go with Cheers.
I'd like to do this again next year, but then ahead of time have a bunch of people send in their top 64, so we have more to choose from.
Yeah.
So it'll be a whole different bracket, so it's not exactly the same again.
Yeah. Lance did a killer list. That's really what helped me out.
Oh yeah.
He had a killer list, and I appreciate that, Lance, and it really helped me out. And it was kind of cool because there was it made me think about him, because I'm like, Car 54, I'm like,
Oh,
never really, it was before our time, and
they always played the reruns,
but the reruns, and I never I watched it a few times, but never really got into it.
I kind of liked it.
But wait a minute.
Yes.
What about this thing that came up today? We were just talking about the Munsters remake.
Yeah.
So do we know anybody that's going to be in it?
Was it Munsters or Addams Family? Now I can't remember.
It's Munsters.
It was Munsters. Okay, the Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know anybody that's going to be in it?
No, they just announced it.
Okay. Because I mean, I could just. What's Brad's last name that was in Everybody Loves Raymond?
Garrett.
Brad
Garrett. I'm like,
he'd be great for Herman, right?
Isn't he a shoe-in for Herman? I just thought. I mean, he's got the voice. He's got the thing already.
I wonder what Rob Zombie's going to do with it. I mean, his stuff's pretty intense. Like that's a little outside of my realm, kind of intense. But I don't know. I bet I'll have a little bit of campiness in it. You kind of have to, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, you wonder if, you wonder if somebody would go the opposite direction with a comedy, like I won't watch Starsky and Hutch, I won't watch Mod Squad, I won't watch whatever else. I didn't watch 21 Jump Street, but they take these things that when they were originals, they were relatively serious. They had a bit of humor to them.
Yeah.
Starsky and Hutch had humor to it, but it wasn't because they were a couple of goofs. It was because they were making fun of each other because they were a couple of tough cops. But it makes you wonder if, like, a person like Rob Zombie would go, well, let's not make it so funny.
You mean almost like Willy Wonka, like totally changed the Gene Wilder.
Yeah,
and that's funny because I was almost going to say like Tim Burton.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny you mentioned that, Lance.
I wanted to see Rob Zombie was originally supposed to take on a documentary on the Broad Street Bullies, the Flyers and the Philadelphia Flyers early on, and it kind of fell apart because of there was a lot of like royalties and NHLPA stuff and all sorts. I think it was just very hard to coordinate everything, and it kind of fell apart. But that would have been really cool.
Wow. Yeah, I'm interested to see. I wonder. I don't know what he'll do with it.
But what about the Christine remake?
Yeah,
like that's an odd one to me. I mean, it's one that I don't know. It's kind of great as it is.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a weird one.
Is that gonna be?
Look what happened. What they did with Nightmare on Elm Street. That was a travesty. That everybody pretty much forgot about that right away.
Well, and didn't that kind of happen with Halloween? I mean, it was only big because Rob Zombie was doing it, but it didn't really make a big smash.
Yeah, especially the second one was awful. Like he tried to make a whole new weird story. It's almost unwatchable. But I heard Robert Englund finally signed on to actually do another. Like I don't know if they're going to do a reboot or prequel for Nightmare on Elm Street. So
wow,
it's about time. I mean, he's got like he's getting up there. It's like he can't be running around chasing teenagers much longer.
I don't think he should be up and chasing teenagers.
No, that's probably not a good thing to do, right?
Speaking of Nightmare on Elm Street, when's the last time you guys saw the Dream Warriors video? The Dawkins video? That's something.
JD, let me put it this way. I've seen it so many times that I don't have to watch it to remember it.
Just close your
I'm just
eyes
like,
and watch it.
yeah, I can see Lynch playing the skull guitar and and her walking around and
I got one for you. How about Vinnie Vincent Love Kills with the Nightmare on Elm Street video as well?
Wow. I forgot about it too.
Yeah, great. I love that song.
We were just talking about Vinnie Vincent, Steve.
We were. He's somebody that I'm really not eager to have on the show because I don't know if he'd ever really show up.
Oh, that would be awesome. I want to be on that show if you got Vinny Vincent on.
He'd be like canceling all the time. Oh yeah, I can't make it.
Sorry, man, can't make it.
Can't make it. I have dress up night. I don't know.
If he tells you you can't make it, just say, well, I didn't really invite you. So take that.
Yeah, we were going to cancel anyways. We didn't have enough people wanting to respond.
We cancel. So it all works out.
You can't make it. Well, that doesn't matter because I can't have you. Oh, man. You can't fire me. I quit.
I'm not even,
Really,
not even responding to that, Art.
I should send Art. I should send Art a link so we can get into the show.
Yeah, you should. We can just start.
I might have to go to the bathroom if he's coming in
for a long time. Take your phone with you. Talk about a remote or a commode.
A commode.
That's what I was doing last night, DJ. I was watching all of Art Big Falls videos.
You watched all 3?
Yes. Took 5 minutes, but I did it.
Right.
Explain to me Art Big Fall.
He was a in the field reporter that was on my channel that we just didn't get along, and he went and got his own channel now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we'll just leave it at that, I guess.
Okay, all right.
He appeared in all 3 of his videos.
Yeah, of course. He kept trying to interview me, and it just didn't work out right. I felt like it was such a split. All right, so no one got that. Anyways, so that bracket.
Yeah, that's like I started doing a podcast with a friend of mine a while back, and one of the funny things about it is when we got back from a holiday, I was like, and because that's where Hammer Away came from. In fact, be sure and check out tomorrow night's show, because I'm going to have a local buddy of mine who plays classical guitar, and he's been a smoking guitar player in metal bands and rock bands in the past, and we're actually talking about a project together now. But I'm going to talk about something that I was trying to start years ago. In fact, as I look across the room, I see my Zach Wilde poster over there for Black Label, and he actually autographed it to that project. So I'll be talking about that tomorrow. But what was my point? So we were supposed to do this podcast together, and we'd done a few, and we recorded some, and I had to edit it all. And then I got a hold of him, and this is the one that I always tell people that always throws me. I texted him, and I said, "Hey, how's it going, man? When do we want to get going on the podcast again?" And he goes, "Hey, stranger, I wrote you. I can't be the stranger. I wrote you. You're the stranger." Mm-hmm. So he goes, "Oh, that dog died." I'm like, "What?" So he didn't want to do it anymore. I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that's where Hammer Away was coming from, because I was going to start doing that on my own on the side away from that, so I could do the people that I wanted to talk to, not ones that maybe we together felt would be good for that show.
Are those videos still on YouTube, sir?
Well, they were audio. And they were, I've got the shows. I had them on YouTube. I just had them on Facebook at the time. That's all they ever went to. That's how Hammer Away started too.
Okay.
Right. And that's how Hammer Away started too. I was just doing Hammer Away things on Facebook. And that's when I asked Jeff at the beginning of this year, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "What would you think about that?" And I was so blessed that he goes, "Yeah, that sounds great. Add it on. Let's do it." So that's when March happened. And
actually, I think I said it more like, "Yeah, it sounds great."
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, if you got nothing better to do, Stu, what the hell? You're not doing anything on this channel, so.
So yeah, your first Hammer Away was February 25th of this year.
Wow, I thought it was March. Okay, thanks. I'll remember to put that in my letter, because I was thinking it was in March.
Stu, we still got to do that NAMM show episode.
Oh, whenever you get, when I actually have a week open, while we're doing this, I'll check, and I've got.
Oh God, don't fall into this trap. Do not fall into this trap. Just take that. Nope. You do not want to go there.
I got the 24th open. If you want to do it, then
let me check. I'm gonna put down the date. I can't check at the moment, but I will put down the date. 24th.
Yeah, because I tentatively wrote a name in there, but I haven't even talked to him about it. So, my buddy Gino Arce is going to be on the show. He's a bass player that was with Iron Horse when I met him with Ron Keel, and now he is actually a part of Keel whenever they get together and do something. But he's going to be on the show, and then he's going to actually come back. I gave him 2 dates, and he said both dates are perfect. We're going to do, if you guys are interested, if anybody's interested in talking about Elvis, we're going to have an Elvis show. June?
There you go.
You got some Elvis memories you want to share?
Presley or Costello?
Oh, that's blasphemy.
That's blasphemy. He seemed to say.
Right.
Yeah, no, Elvis, yes, Presley. So, but yeah, he said that's one of his big, huge influences to get him to be a performer. So,
sure, I can see that. I mean, you wouldn't have had a David Lee Roth, you wouldn't have had a Steven Tyler, any of those kind of
Jim Dandy,
flamboyant. Yeah, I mean, just those fantastic frontmen.
Yeah, Robert. Yeah, did you say Robert Plant?
Robert Plant, yeah.
I mean, Robert Plant was, everybody took a little something from, but there's a lot to talk about him. I won't start it now, but I mean, there's Gino and I got to talking about it because I took a trip to Memphis. Christine and I went down there for a glorified beer run, and we went to Graceland, and that's where I just learned so much about him, and kind of it didn't form a nasty opinion, but it really changed my view or broadened my view of who he was and why he was the way he was. So I should write all those sentences down so we can use that on the show. I'll just put that on my thumbnail. So, but anyway, yeah. And if I'm always open to you guys too. If anybody's got any ideas of who you want me to put on the show outside of Vinnie Vincent.
Can you get the Electric Mayhem?
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be cool. There it is.
Oh, beautiful. That is awesome.
I have animals separate.
All right.
Oh, of course.
Because he is larger than life.
Exactly.
That's very true.
Oh, yeah. That was among my influences.
Because it matches mine over here.
That's true.
Okay,
So,
both have an animal muppet.
Yeah.
We do.
We're rock and rollers. True rock and rollers, man. We got animals.
Mine's actually hanging over. I have one of those countercade Pac-Man machines, and he's kind of like coming up from behind it, hanging out.
Oh, man.
Hey, Jeff. Jeffrey.
Yes.
Oh, can Celia talk now? Because I was going to leave the show and call her.
Oh, okay. Breaking news.
First hand. You heard it here, folks. First hand. Yeah.
Tell her what you're going to do with the family room before you tell her.
Nothing.
What?
I'll see you all later.
What?
What did I miss here?
Nothing. And never mind these Photoshop files.
She's been drinking again. I don't know.
You know my mom.
I love those film reels behind the sofa. Those are great.
Aren't those cool?
I remember when she was on. I made the same comment in chat. Now I get to tell her in person.
No, that's right. I remember that, JD.
And what's the red? What's the red thing in the middle?
Tickets, right?
Oh, tickets.
Tickets.
Yeah, they say admit one and make it the number
I think that's great.
Yeah.
I do too. Okay,
I
I need something like that.
with all of you.
Yeah, good seeing
Yeah,
June.
Coming on.
rest of the show, the next 2 hours, I'll watch in the other room. I'll see y'all later.
Take care now.
Happy birthday again.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah,
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy
again.
birthday.
She's
I want to
26.
hear what's going on with the family room.
26.
I missed this.
Hey, honey, don't worry about it. You don't even have a family room yet, so don't worry about it.
And the
I don't know what
story
she was talking
continues in
about.
the upper left-hand corner.
I just came back from yoga. I've got my Zen going. Don't mess with it.
Hey,
Well,
mom's
so
in the
much for that.
So,
It's all gone.
so two things to take away. She's delusional because of yoga, and his mom is drunk. So don't listen to anything.
When you see a shoe flying through his head, that's not me.
Just like Eddie Murphy's mom, right?
On the anniversary show. My goodness.
She started early.
Hey, where's Mike Mullis at? He said he'd be here at 9Q, and it's 11 after 9.
I'm going to make a T-shirt that said Mike said he'd be here at 9Q. Look for that soon.
Yeah, it's already 10:14 Q for Pete's sake. My time.
Oh man! Hey, look at that. There you go.
Oh, you just saw that? Don't fall into that trap.
Don't fall
into that. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Oh man, I was looking. Let me see if I can pull. I gotta see if I can get some of these off of this email.
Oh yeah, didn't you have some pictures, sir?
I did, and I'm working on that. I'm just like everything else in my life. I'm working on it. I am totally middle-aged, man.
Another great Saturday Night Live.
Middle-aged man. Oh man, those were the days, man.
Right?
Those were the good days when they were funny, man.
Like
you'd stay up just to watch, and everybody just laugh.
Man, like 89 to 91 or so was some of the best stuff ever.
Do you remember
Back in the
Bad,
day.
do you remember Bad Idea Jeans?
Yes, Bad Idea
Yeah.
Jeans.
Oh yeah,
Sounds
That's
like a
another
bad
that
idea.
are my like two go-to references.
But and let's add to this, Jeff. This is perfect for our show. If we could actually open it with this, it would be perfect for our candy show. It does not taste good. Anybody remember that one?
it does not taste good though.
Oh, come on. They had the marketing firm came into the candy company and they had a new nut bar. And so they were writing the jingle for it and they go, "It does not taste good." And they go, "Wait, what?"
It does not taste.
So you say it does not taste good? No, it does not taste good. Dana Carvey was in that one, and
oh yeah,
it was like the whole chopping broccoli thing.
Chopping broccoli.
I find myself like in like a wormhole of like SNL like YouTube shorts like or clips, and I saw the one the other day, and I remember watching this live is where they were all at the beach. And the one guy goes, "Hey, man, take your shirt off." He's like, no, I can't. I'm kind of overweight. And Chris Farley takes his shirt off. He goes, "Yeah, it feels pretty good." And they keep going. It keeps getting worse each guy they go to. And the next guy's Kevin Nealon. He goes, "Oh, no, I'm a little hairy. I shouldn't take." He takes his shirt off. He looks like he's wearing a hair sweater. And it was hilarious. And by the time they got to Dana Carvey, he's like, "No, I just had a heart transplant. I got a baboon heart on the outside of my chest." And he opens it up and it's just beaten like this. And blood flying everywhere. And the girls come by and go, "You guys are disgusting. You should all put your shirts on." You know? It's so funny.
Oh man.
Remember colon blow and super colon blow?
Yeah, with the big stack of with these on the cereal. It keeps going up. Oh, that stuff's great.
Anything Phil Hartman did, I found hilarious.
Does Stu freeze up? Or is he really concentrating on the right-hand side of the room? He's focusing in.
Staring at you.
He's looking right at you.
He's looking.
If you're just tuning in, folks.
Oh.
I guess Sub-Zero walked in the room and gave him a shot. Huh?
Over there. Oh man. Yeah. I guess Sir will be back soon.
Oh, that's funny.
I do love just. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh,
And
Even
then there
Stuart
was
couldn't take it
five.
anymore.
Stu's left the building.
Yeah. Chuck, you going to join us when we do the candy bar brackets?
When is that going to be?
It might be a while.
Okay, then most likely, as long as it's not like tomorrow. I've had like.
Oh no!
I think every night I've been on something. I'm like,
well,
I want to go out. Like people are like, are you ever coming out of the house? I'm like, eventually.
You, me, and Papa Pete have been on the 4 same shows.
Right? Yeah.
4
Which
nights
I
in a
love.
row.
No, I love
Yeah,
it. I'm
really.
just like
on 4 different channels.
That's true.
That might be some kind of YouTube record. I mean,
Nice.
what are the odds of being on
we
4
should
shows
just
on
do
4
one the
nights?
next 4 days and just call it a record. You know,
That's
do the whole
right.
week.
Mike, if you ever showed up here, it's almost 10:20 Q now. You
Yeah.
should be here anytime, and we'll have to go on there tomorrow night.
That's
There
right.
you go. Welcome back, Steve.
Thanks. Didn't take me so long this time. Or wait, last time I didn't even make it back.
Oh yeah, during a premium edition games. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, we were close in the show anyway.
Oh yeah.
Went right off the air, and
Yeah.
we talked for a little bit, and it was like, yeah, I don't think Stuart's coming back.
I don't think
He's done.
Yeah. No, this skit had Kevin Nealon and Steve Martin. So I had it incorrect. It's in their 20th season.
Which one was this? What skit was this?
This is it's called the Nutrific Jingle.
Oh, okay.
So
Terrific.
so I'll put the link out there.
All right.
But
I'll
yeah.
probably watch it after this because that's what I usually do. I'm like popping up in a window, watch some old SNL.
It's really fun. But yeah, the Nutrific Jingle. It does nut taste good.
Do you remember one of those openings they had? It was the 5 Timers Club.
Oh,
Yes.
I love those. Those are great.
Tom Hanks, I think, was the one. And
Yeah.
he went in there as Tom, and Steve Martin was there.
Yep.
He was in a tux, and he was reading a paper and smoking, and I forgot what cast member was like serving them, and
Yeah.
he called them Mr. Martin. He goes, "Oh no, please call me Mr. Steve Martin."
What about the part when he gives him the menu and he asks him for a suggestion? He goes, try the Anthony Michael Hall. It's surprisingly good.
Surprisingly good.
One of my favorite SNL teasers, though, was the one with Mike Myers and Billy Joel was going to be the musical guest that week. And he goes, join us on Saturday Night Live this week when we have such and such on the show, and our musical guest is Billy Joel. Hey, you used to be married to Kathleen Ireland, right? And he goes, no, it's Christy Brinkley. And he goes, you wish.
That almost sounds like a bracket show right there. SNL
Right?
players.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
there you go.
I remembered how thrilled I was to see that was coming out, and now it's streaming. Of course, you can watch it streaming. But and I remember going immediately back to I guess it was probably 1979, and the late 70s, nonetheless, and watching 2 episodes. Jeff, do you know what those would have been?
I do not.
George
It's
Carlin?
late 70s, and I
George
watched it
Carlin?
for the musical guest.
You talking about the Devo?
Yep.
Fred
And what was
Willard
it?
was the host.
Oh, I love Fred Willard.
So go back and watch that.
Oh man,
He was wearing a Boston Red Sox jacket when they introduced Devo.
That's awesome.
Right. Man, Fred Willard without like Spinal Tap, Mighty Wind, Best in Show. In some countries,
Amazing.
these dogs are eaten.
He was actually on. Did you guys see Space Force on? what was it?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I
He
watched
was on there.
it.
It was
Yeah,
kinda
that was
sad.
so great.
It was kind of sad, but it
He
was
played-
so appropriate.
Yeah,
though. It was
yeah,
fun.
he played like the old man that didn't know what he was saying, and it
He
was
played
so
Steve
great.
Carell's dad, right?
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was great.
That
on
was
there.
the last thing he did, I think.
It is. You're
Recording
absolutely
that.
right.
Yep.
When,
Yeah.
when,
No, he was great.
when
But the
Fred
other
Willard,
show I had to watch was Gary Newman. So
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
When Fred Willard introduced Devo, I remember I was sitting at my grandma's house watching this. I was like 10 years old, and they came on. I didn't know who Devo was. And I was just watching them, real robotic with those movements, and they're seeing Satisfaction. I was like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever seen." They were so cool. I was like, "Oh man," I was instant Devo fan that night.
Yeah.
Yep. You ever watch that show called The State? I think it was on.
I remember it.
I don't know if it was MTV or Comedy Central. It was back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
Really great cast. Most of the people that were on Reno 911 were on there. And
Funny show.
I just remember a skit. If you ever get a chance, look it up. It's the mailman that delivers tacos to the mailbox. And the one guy is so angry. He goes, "Hey, I forgot the guy's name." He's like, "Hey, Bob, whatever. You didn't bring the mail." He goes, "Did you see the tacos in the mailbox?" And everyone across the guys across the street are like, "Hey, man, great tacos. Thanks, Bob." He goes, "See?" He's like, "No, I understand." And they go through this whole thing. And at the end, he goes, "Listen, I really like the tacos, but I really would like my mail delivered." Anyway, such a dumb skit, but it's so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah, we should think about that. I mean, that would be. I mean, it's one of those where you're like, is it ones that you remember, or is it ones that you get to look up?
Yeah.
Heck, you could throw a lot of stuff. You could do like Kids in the Hall, SCTV, SNL, The State, Mad TV. Throw all these skit shows in there, and then pop your favorite skits out of those, and see who makes it to the winner. It either be the show and the guest host or the skit.
Yeah. All right, some of those early Saturday Night Lives, I got to go back and watch because I was really young, and my parents occasionally would let me come down and watch. Sometimes I would just sneak down and like stand behind the stairs, and like kind of peer in. And I vividly, I remember the Save Larry the Lobster episode, and my parents were like, "Come on down," and watch that.
I'm trying to, of course, one of the all-time that I would assume we would all agree, one of the greatest ones was Chippendales.
Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Farley.
That was with him, Patrick Swayze, trying to motivate him. He's like, "No, you're doing great, man. You're doing great.
You're gonna get it.
I'm so not gonna win." At the end, you're waiting. You think they're gonna actually thinking they're gonna pick him. Be like, "Sorry, you didn't make it." Oh, there. Oh.
And they're still being so democratic. Kevin Nealon and who was it? Victoria Jackson was the other.
They're straight faced like the whole time.
Nope, stop. And he still keeps trying to do the moves.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, no.
Farley has a brother too, and he's got a lot of the same mannerisms. And I can't remember what I saw him in, and I was like, man, that reminds me so much of Chris Farley. And we were looking at the credits, and sure enough, it was Chris Farley's brother.
Wow.
Many years after his passing, but I got to look it up. I can't remember what it was, but it was uncanny.
Wow.
He's in the show that Adam Sandler did on Farley. I think it's just called Farley, isn't it? It was on Netflix and such. It was exceptional. It was really well done. Adam Sandler, like I say, made it an hour and a half documentary just on the life of Chris Farley.
Wow, I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, I want to see that. More than a year ago that it came out, maybe two, I guess. I'm thinking probably just pre-COVID it came out.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll play that too.
Kevin Farley is the one, and he's actually been in a lot of the movies that he was in, like Black Sheep and Tommy Boy, and But I'm trying to. Oh, I know what it was. It was on an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, the Rat Dog. That's where we saw it.
Oh,
we saw him.
Another great show.
Oh, absolutely love that show.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen
what was that?
Have you guys seen the
Hey guys.
Peekaboo.
Hey, it's a mic.
Hey, hold on. Let me turn on a light here.
Let me turn on. Are you in your bedroom?
No, I'm
What is
outside on the
happening?
deck.
Brother
Hang on.
Mike.
Still at the gym?
Hello. No, I'm done. But I had an important, believe it or not, call that I had to make. Some other business that I'm a part of. So it's been a day of meetings and whatnot between synagogue stuff, scout stuff, working out, and then more synagogue stuff. And now I'm here.
And now I'm here.
And you guys are done, right?
See ya.
All right.
John, we're only 3 hours in. There's 3
What do you
hours to
expect?
go.
It is
so it's a
10:28 Q my time.
It's 10:28 Q.
It's 9:28 Q here.
It's 9:28. Topic number 1.
Exactly.
Oh, we're nowhere near that yet.
Don't need no stinking topics.
Who used that nasty word topics?
Oh, don't fall into that trap. Another trap, man.
Yeah.
Art, just stop. Get him out of the chat. What is he doing in the chat?
Speaking of these two things we were talking about earlier, Jeff, I don't know. I'm just going to put this over the top. This is something else that Jeff, I think you've already pre-ordered, and I'm thinking about it.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Whip it good.
Yep, I have both of those pre-ordered.
Oh, that's amazing. I think I need to get those.
Yeah, the yellow
that's
suits
pretty
that's
awesome.
wearing on Saturday Night Live.
I'll tell you what, if you want to get them, go to walmart.com. They're under $10 each.
Wow.
Oh, that's actually a really good deal.
Yeah, it's like $8.78 a piece or something like that.
Yes.
And then also, here's a picture of this too, with this amazing name for a product.
Monster.
Oh, they redid it. It looks so much cheaper and smaller.
Yeah,
But pretty darn cool. They brought it back.
Well,
Yeah.
wait, was the original Stretch Armstrong a monster or no? I thought it was.
No, they had it was the monster
it
and
wasn't.
then this guy. Except this is like not exactly how the, but they're kind of it's like a reboot of the original. But yeah,
Right.
because I think the one I had was from the 70s.
Yeah, those were.
And it was actually more detailed and larger. Like it was
Ones in the
about,
70s, they were
it was
big.
like
Yeah,
this big, or like
Stretch
this.
Armstrong now is like this big.
Yeah, I know they're like little. You could like stretch them like a foot.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
But
is that
don't
kind of like
punch
G.I.
them.
Joe? Is that kind of
These
like
are
G.I. Joe, the
supposed
big ones
Yeah,
from the 70s
stretch for
to the
miles.
80s?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Let me see if I
the Stretch Armstrong that I remember looked like a
So
wrestler.
I'd like to thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was. You look like it was a cartoon, like a cartoon hero guy.
Plastic Man?
Not Mr. Fantastic, but
Yeah, like Plastic
it's
Man.
like an
Yeah,
80s
Plastic Man?
cartoon. Yeah, Elastic Man. Thank you.
Yeah,
yeah,
plastic.
Elastic.
Yeah.
There's a Funko
So-
Pop of Stretch Armstrong.
Oh, my
that's
gosh.
actually awesome.
There,
You got to be kidding
I
me.
just wanted to find a picture of the original one. I scrolled
I
down.
might have to
Sure enough.
get that then.
You know what? If Crow was here, he'd probably have it.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
But,
So-
does it-
on his
Yeah, he just
giant
reached
wall
back.
of
There it is,
Funko.
but does the Funko stretch?
That
Yeah.
would be a good question.
Yeah, Crow would pull a Papa Pete and go, "Oh yeah, here you go, it's right there."
Yeah.
Here's this. Well, here's like the original.
Yeah, that's the one. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how
Oh, yeah.
big and awesome those were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a picture of I was looking at actually like a month ago. I was looking up for my toy episode. I was trying to find a picture of the original monster in a box like that, or like, but it was so hard to find like an image of it. They kept those remake ones kept coming up.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Well, let me see. Stretch. They had Harbert Sport Mr. Mastro, Italian version of Stretch Monster.
You've got to see this Funko Pop Stretch Armstrong. It's
Yeah.
cracking me up.
I gotta see that.
Look at him.
Oh my god!
Wait a minute. So that might
His
actually
knuckles are
stretch.
dragging.
That might actually stretch because I'm looking at another picture. His arms are like half that length.
It's two different ones. There's one where he's just kind of normal, and then there's this one where he's.
Oh, all right.
But this is
You
the one
gotta
they
get
have
both.
right here.
What a way to sell it and make more money.
Oh my gosh, there's an Operation Funko
I just
Pop.
saw that. I just saw it at the same time.
Oh, we're going down the wormhole of the Funko Pop now.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to
This
get
is
all
the
of
rest of
them.
the episode.
Yeah,
What's
right.
wrong? This is how I ended up
Another
with
bracket show.
Gotta
That's how I
make a
ended up with
list.
Speed Racer and Racer X. I went to pre-order Devo,
Oh, they got a Furby.
And then I saw Speed Racer. I was like, oh man. And then Racer X was with them. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. These are awesome.
What's in the upper right? Oh, sorry.
Oh, those are
Is
upper
the
right?
upper right? It looks like Winchester from MASH. It can't be though. Upper right. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just saw that. What is that?
Mr. Green with a lead pipe.
I don't.
Oh my gosh!
from
They have
Clue.
Clue characters.
From Clue.
Oh, wow.
There's Colonel Mustard.
Oh my god!
You see where I was getting at with the Winchester pop-up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there for
Colonel
sure.
Mustard.
From the distance.
I need to see.
Wow.
I need to see Miss Scarlet, or whatever her name was.
I want
Yep.
Mr. Green in the library with a wrench.
Oh.
Oh,
Miss Scarlet with the candlestick.
yeah. With the candlestick.
Wow.
I just can't even do it with the Funko Pop stuff, man. You just got to get away from them.
It's
so dangerous.
It's
I
dangerous.
put Plastic Man up on the screen and shared it there. If you want to kick it up there, Jeff. I think you can see it. I've never tried to do this before. There it is. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
cool.
nice.
how did you do that, Pete? I've never even seen.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that. That's what I want to do.
I did.
was
First
magical.
time I've ever tried to do it, but I saw the share button popped up on my screen. I hit shared. I can't add it into the stream. You can, but as soon as I click share, like I'll go over onto my screen. This is my screen right here. I can move it around.
Look how cool that is. That is awesome design.
Yeah, so I'm
Oh,
sharing
yeah.
the screen. If I had a picture, we could share it. Just you have control of putting it actually in the stream or not. So.
Oh
that's
yeah,
pretty neat.
right.
That's pretty.
Wow,
neat.
I didn't know you could do that as a guest. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
maybe that's a new feature.
Well, Pete can.
That's only a Papa Pete feature.
Might be a Canadian feature.
Yeah.
Instead of a
yeah.
really neat feature, it's a Pete feature.
Dude, do you have the Kiss Funkos?
No, I've thought about it. I do have these. If I can find them very easily. I have 2 8-gig flash drives.
Oh wow. That's amazing. That's great.
I didn't ever find the Ace Frehley or the Catman, but I did find Gene and Paul, of course, you know.
They double as Pez dispensers.
That's great. Yeah.
I always wanted a Kiss Pez dispenser with Gene Simmons, and except when you opened him up, instead of the Pez just popping out, it came out on his tongue.
Yeah.
It
He
serves
shoots
you
out.
with Pez on your tongue.
Right.
I like it.
As long as it's
You
not
know,
wet.
some kid
Oh.
kid would get his picture taken with him taking a never mind. Never mind. So, hey, I want to thank you guys for earlier making me laugh while I'm trying to lift weights, by the way, and I'm going, okay. I want to thank you for lying to everyone and telling them on the show that I came on with you guys that I was thin.
I saw the picture.
Anybody who believed that, thank you.
I
Thank
got
you.
the picture.
It was trust me, I'm thinner now than I was then. That's the whole point of my going to the gym. So I've lost nearly 20 pounds already.
Wow.
Wow, nice.
Nice job.
Yes, I am working it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. No, I'm not talking about your weight.
I thought he was like, yeah, there you go.
Right,
No,
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. You are fat as shit.
It's all about the
You
angles.
look, Mike. Look
all
at that.
about the angles.
It was the Dreamcast
You know
shirt.
what it is? I'm wearing a black thinning shirt. That's what it is.
The Dreamcast shirt.
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast
Right.
makes everything thinner.
That's right. Oh, it was a small console.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got to show you this picture.
Jeff, what was that shirt you were wearing?
Where? Oh,
Ice
on
hockey shirt.
Shot.
the ice hockey shirt for NES.
Oh,
that's
that's what I thought it was. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Get it on his Key Public.
Yep, I made that one.
Oh.
Oh, you made that one?
Yeah.
Buy that one next.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
So what's up, brother Lance?
All right, brother Mike. Good to see you.
We finally get the podcast together for a couple minutes.
Yeah, this is cool.
I like how everybody
cool.
but JD and me are wearing Go Game Go shirts. Like I didn't have time to change.
I need to get one.
And I love how Chuck just tore the limbs off of his.
I told you, it's like right when I put it on, I put my arms through and it rips, and I have to just take them off.
Nice.
Who knows?
Hey,
I don't know how it happens. It just
I don't get
every
it.
shirt.
Hey, you know what?
We're
Whoops.
designed to hold
It's like we're never to go.
Whoops.
Wait. Now we're all wearing gogamego shirts.
Oh. Wow.
Hold on, I got
That was good.
Wow. Getting the herd.
This is how you stay on the show.
Oh.
Wait.
So there's your original, right?
That's the original.
Oh, that is really cool again.
Kenner.
Now look at this box, though. I mean, come on. Especially this kid's face. You ready?
Oh, and what is he doing to stretch on the top?
Thank you. Right?
What the heck?
That's just raw.
I
It's
mean,
called the Swamp Seas. Look at that name.
That's
like
the
that's,
reptile
are they
race.
wrestling or
it's the Monster Bash.
Oh,
It's like a
Oh,
Kama
that's
Sutra.
The Monster Sutra.
that's right.
Okay, so I just want to say, like every shirt I've been buying of everyone, like look at this one. The sleeves are off of it too. It's really weird.
I don't know
Why
what
did they
happens.
come that way?
Yeah, I don't know.
Something
Maybe
happened.
they want to talk to T Public. I don't know. Even this one, sleeves off. I don't understand.
It's a little cheaper that way, less material.
You really
Yeah,
gotta
it is. It is. It's less material. Yeah,
You really got to talk to that shipping
every one of
company.
them.
Yeah, he saves on shipping.
Someone
Crazy.
shows up at his door before he actually gets the package.
They cut them
it
right
out.
at the
Cut
mailman does it.
Puts them right back in the package, and boom, every shirt's like that.
Chuck, you should save those sleeves and stick them up on your wall back behind you.
Just make a long
could build-
stock.
You can make a quilt.
Yeah, I probably could with all the extra stuff.
You
make
can
a whole
make
You know
a
what you could do? You could take all those and sew together a shirt for art.
That'd be nice. I don't want to be that nice to him though. He is a terrible person.
the
like
hits just keep on coming.
I like to call him a cake eating bulldozer. And there I said it.
I
Wow.
love cake.
Language,
I know.
Chuck.
Language.
I know. I apologize for my language, everyone.
Mean
By the way,
spirited
hello,
SOB.
everyone. Hello, everyone in chat. I'm on mobile, so I can't respond, but thank you guys for all saying hi and me ignoring you. It's not a because I could see Brother Jeff and Chris.
Yeah. We had Relic
Relic
Gamer
was
in here.
Yeah, but he went over to
Yep.
Amico After Dark.
He jumped ship.
He jumped ship.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I jumped ship the opposite way, but
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the day TJC
you know where your bread is buttered. So
That's the name
Jeff
of
and
Chuck's sex
Stu,
tape.
congratulations, guys. I can't believe it's been a year.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But you guys have you guys have put on some great shows and some really cool stuff. I really did enjoy my interview time with you guys and getting to know you and becoming friends with you guys. And it was my it was my honor to bring you guys into the Gamers United Guild, because this positivity and the fun stuff that you guys do is exactly what the internet needs. It's what our community needs. You guys are a breath of fresh air. To be able to do a 2-part TV show bracket and to have the amount of people that you had in there, I'm in the gym going, hold on, Dick Van Dyke. Okay, let me get my Bob Newhart. Okay, it's a testament to what you guys have done. And Stu, even though you do the Hammer show, at the
Yeah.
same time as our show, I go back and I check out the ones that are, that have been really cool that I've liked to watch. And,
cool.
And it's that difference, what you guys bring, is something that, that we need. And so I'm really glad I met you guys, and
Same
it's been
here,
a great,
Mike.
it's been a great time watching you guys. I really always enjoyed watching Jeff and Pete on the hockey nights, doing the NES hockey and stuff. And
After you get us up and running, right?
stop. So it's awesome. So congratulations on your 1 year anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Now we'll, like I always say, everybody get some more subscriptions going too, and we got 5.
Yeah.
We're a little over halfway to that 500 point where I get to read that letter to Gene Simmons.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm hoping that the other point of the Gamers United Guild is for us to lift each other up, promote each other. I'd like to think I have brought, I know some guys that have come over, from NLG have come over and checked you guys out. Vice versa. That's how I met Lance, and I know I've met Papa Pete, Chuck, and that whole community has come over to us, and that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to go to 500. I want you to get to 1,000.
Yeah, we'd love
and
that.
I'm going to help you. I'm going to help promote you as much as I can to help you get there.
Well, that's what really was really cool when we first started. Was Jeff was talking about all the different channels that he's watched and checked out over the years, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool, because I'm not uber aware of all of it, and still wonder where sometimes everybody gets time to watch all these things. I'm like, wow, I don't even but when he was like, hey, we're going to talk to these guys, I'm like, well, that sounds awesome. And to have met all of you guys and had you on our shows and be on your shows has just been very cool. And we're only at the tip of the iceberg. JD and I are going to have some Hammer Away shows, and Jeff's going to definitely be on a number of the Hammer Away shows too. So it's that all melds. And I think, I don't know if it's a testament to me not being a whiny bitch, but as much. But to have those moments where Jeff's going to be on somebody else's show or work with somebody else on something, and I'm like, that's awesome, because everything builds everything. And there's been moments where I'm like, should I be concerned about that, or should I think about that? And I'm like, no, it's a great community, and it builds everybody, and it's so cool.
Well, and it brings visibility too. So when you guys were on our show, I mean, I got comments from people other than those who just watch Go Game Go, who understood the whole inside joke about the topics and things like that. But I had other people who watch our show religiously that go, holy crap, man, those guys were fantastic. And it was one of the best shows I've seen in a while. And watching, having Peter and I, singing Halo themes to cat sounds is something that nobody has seen before. And so, and Peter wants to have you guys back on so we can do Gears next, by the way. But having you guys on the show brings visibility to you. Just like I know you guys wanted to bring some visibility to me by having us on the show, and bringing visibility to other shows is exactly what, it's why for a while I was doing 3 and 4 shows. I mean, I was doing more than just the NLG stuff, and unfortunately, time, everybody's kind of moved their shows to times I can't do. So I'm out by proxy, but I always thought it was a great way for me to, for me to not just talk with some great people, but get my name out there so that people could come and check us out. And same with everybody. So, and I know, in the coming weeks, Papa Pete, we're going to have you on. I know Chuck, I want to have you at some point.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
I want to have a lot of the Gamers United Guild members on. So you Pete, we talked about it. Rich Hayward, Haywood's going to be on. Nick, Geeks with Cash is going to be on. And we're going to keep doing this.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward on Hammer Away to bringing in. I've contacted a few people so far, but I haven't heard back from some of them. But like Sea of Tranquility, I want to have that. I want to have that host on and do some stuff with him. I'd love to have some other folks that do other music things too and have them on. But it's just a matter of them getting back to me and knowing what I'm doing, and hopefully being as community minded as all you guys are. That's what I hope.
Mike, I think you hit on a really good point too, the positivity and not just, you see negativity on some of the gaming shows and stuff like that as well, but just in a year of just the crappiest year ever, and yet all this good comes out of it, and all these great shows. Maybe some of these shows wouldn't have never been, had this not come about. So, yeah,
It is
great.
Yeah, it is amazing the people that I've met in the last year, and honestly, look, it started. Believe it or not, the ball really started with, and it's funny that it's almost cliche, but the ball started with Tommy Tallarico. Believe it or not, because we had him on our show January ago, 2020 January.
That was a great show.
And since then, it was. But since then, I began to meet all of you guys through that 6 degrees of Kevin Baconness of,
right.
I started, OEB Pete. OEB Pete introduced me to a bunch of people. A bunch of people introduced me to you. You introduced me to Papa Pete. I got to meet Chuck. I got to meet Retro Bro, Relic, all of these gamers my community, the friendships that I've made, and not just me, Chris, Peter, right, as part of NLG. Like Chris is in the chat. Chris will tell you too. This is the greatest community I think that we've ever seen. And believe me, while most of you guys kind of sit in the retro sphere, we sit right in the middle of the Xbox and PlayStation war. So, poor Nintendo who doesn't get to play with the war. But we sit in the middle of that and see all of that nonsense all day long, from those two camps. It always makes me funny when we talk about the anti-Amico people, because as stupid as they are and as somewhat crazy as they can be, it is paled in comparison to the Xbox fanboys versus PlayStation fanboys. It's nuts. And so, being part of this group, being friends with you guys, with OEB Pete, with Retro Bro, with Relic, with Rab, with those guys, all of you guys, Lance, Chuck, it is a different area for me. And it's something that I cherish. I honest to goodness cherish, because we have proven through things like this, through technology, that your friends don't necessarily have to live next door. We get to see each other, and the one thing that I love, and I'm sure you guys kind of feel the same way about Go Game Go, the one thing that I can count on every week, every Thursday, sorry, it's going to be a shameless plug, I'm sorry, every Thursday night at 9, I get to hang out no matter what's going on during the week, no matter whether I've played a bunch of games or played nothing, whether or not work has kicked my butt, whether or not, whatever, I get to hang out for a few hours with Chris and Peter and maybe some other folks in the chat room who pop in and interact with us. I get to hang out with this community for a couple hours a week and be with my friends, my gaming brothers, Peter and Chris. And that I look forward to every single week. And that's what I love about it.
That's awesome.
It's really amazing how, like you hit the nail on the head. back in the day. You know, the world's just a smaller place than it used to be, and people who are like the same things, have the same type of families, concerns, likes, dislikes, whatever, can all come together like this. And you know, you get a lot to thank, because I did this for a couple years, and then it wasn't until like it was July 1st last year, Canada Day last year, was the first time that I went on Amico All Access, and that was the day that I first met you, I believe, Mike. And then through that show afterwards, I met Jeff, and then met Stu, and got on, watched their show quite a bit. Then was on their show, we talked about movies, and met Lance, and met DJC and JD and stuff. It's really kind of amazing how people all sort of come together. I've been really thankful for that over the last year or so. All the great people I've met, because I think about, even we talk still about too many games. 2022 is the goal. Hopefully the world's a little bit more regular place, for lack of a better word. And I was sitting there thinking, okay, if I made like a 2-week vacation out of it, I could leave here and I could drive, and then I could start visiting people, like just meet them for lunch, meet them for a coffee, creep in Boston, down through New York. There's Rab in New York, Rich is in Jersey, right? And all these people and places to stop and see. And then right across the country, whether it be Detroit, you know, up around Detroit, DJC, Chicago. I probably won't,
Washington, D.C.
You gotta come down to DC. We'll catch you.
If I'm down as far as Philly, I can get down to DC, right?
Absolutely. We'll catch a Caps Bruins game.
There you go. But geez, I wish I could get to LA. I'll tell you that. It's amazing, people from the different areas. Great guys, and so thankful to have met all of you guys. And we got guys like Pete and like Stu and Jeff for putting great channels like this together, and all the people in the chat for we have them to thank for it.
You know what's interesting is was it like 3 years ago, I think, or maybe 2 years ago, my wife went back to school, and so it was a 2-year period.
That's brilliant, Lance.
And she studied every night, so I had the TV to myself every night. So instead of watching TV, I started watching YouTube.
Okay.
And the first person on all these groups all these channels was Papa Pete. I started watching, and so I was like, wow, he's my age, and he's putting out videos. It didn't even occur to me to do a YouTube channel. I thought Pete doing it. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then the Amico stuff started up, and I started seeing Tommy on all these channels, and I was watching every interview every night. He was on almost every night of the week. And since my wife was busy, I was watching that, because I even told her, I said, hey, I'm going to watch all these Tommy Tallarico interviews, because I know you have no interest. That way you won't be distracted. So that's when I started watching all those. And then I started seeing OB Pete with it, and I was like, it's like, between Papa Pete having a channel, and then I started thinking, it's like, I want to interview Tommy Tallarico. It's like, but I don't have a channel, so I got to start a channel. That's when I called Stuart. We started the channel, and you weren't here earlier, Mike, but I went to the second video we ever did. We just mentioned Amico. It wasn't even an Amico show. We just mentioned it.
I heard this. I was in the chat, right. Or I was at least listening when you wanted to interview him and you only had 10 subscribers.
Yeah, and he just left a message. That was our very first one. I told Stuart, I said, hey, Tommy Tallarico just left a message. And wait, what's going on there, Pete? What's happening?
What?
I'm listening to the speech.
I got it.
I'm lost.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't break the train of thought.
But yeah, I told Stuart, I said, hey, I just asked Tommy Tallarico to be on our show. And he said yes.
And he said yes.
I was like, that's crazy. So yeah, that was kind of the motivation just to start, was I wanted to interview him. And I was like, at the same time, I was like, then Stuart and I can just do a weekly show here and have some fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that, as small as my phone looks, I can't look at Papa Pete and not think of IRS, Irvin R. Scheister. He looks exactly like the face. Has IRS all with the glasses. It's fantastic.
No, I wasn't frozen either. No.
Hey,
Oh
you guys,
my goodness!
you guys ready for this?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm buying it right now.
A B. Arthur Funko Pop.
Oh my
Dude, I
god!
am buying
They have all
that.
the Golden Girls.
Yeah, it's Dorothy, but
Oh yeah, you
There
can
you
see
go.
him down below there.
Oh my goodness!
a B. Arthur Funko Pop. Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness! So,
That
well,
might be as good as it gets.
gentlemen, I'm gonna run and the one thing I haven't been able to do a lot of today is wife time. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take care of business here, so that my wife does not make me sleep on the couch tonight. But I had to come on for a bit and
Thank you.
come help you celebrate because well, number one, you asked me, so I'm not gonna say no. But seriously,
We threatened you. Be honest.
I was well, Jeff Bolin told me so. No, I really appreciate you asking me to come on. I love you guys. I'm really happy that I've gotten to know everybody here, and here's to another 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years of Go Game Go.
Yeah.
And let's all get old and gray podcasting and gaming together.
That sounds like a plan.
Perfect.
So,
But Mike,
all right,
I got a little
gentlemen.
bit of advice for you though before you go, Mike. The secret
Yes.
to that is to bring your wife with you to start the whole podcast, and then you've spent the time and done the podcast all together.
I'll tell you what, you convince her of that, you are a better man than me.
Mike, you have to watch the beginning of the show. It's a classic.
I will.
Amazing.
I will get back.
The entrance of all entrances.
Nice. Well, gentlemen, have a great rest of the night. I will catch the rest of this on replay. If you're on another 3 hours, I will check it out tomorrow. But love you all, and thank you so much
Right
for
on,
having
man.
me. Congrats
Thank you, Mike.
Congrats on the year,
Thanks,
brother.
brother Mike.
Thanks for all your help with the
All
channel.
right.
Seeing you, Mike.
Love you too, bro.
Brother Mike.
See you, man.
Yeah. Oh,
But that's one of the things that I like that he mentioned too is and then Pete, you kind of went on a little bit more about that same situation where we're looking forward to all these different road trips we get to make to see each other. Then you want to send me some of those DVDs, but I'd really rather meet up and make the road trip or fly, whatever I need to do to just get there and pick it up myself,
Why don't you guys meet at Chuck's house?
Yeah, I'm midway, right?
You are midway, yeah.
Where are you at, Chuck?
He's in Detroit.
I'm in Detroit.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. So yeah, well, because I'd love to get up there, and then especially because if I end up making it up that way too, Chuck, because I have to go and visit Kevin Klein sometime up there, and he's that. Did you see any of that interview I did with him?
Yeah, I think I was in the chat. Was that
I think
he
you
lives
were,
up
yeah.
lives up north, and
Yeah.
or northern
So-
Michigan. I say that like you live here. Yeah, just up north.
Well, no,
yeah, but yeah,
because that's where my sales guy lives too. I got a sales
Yeah.
guy I do stuff with, and he's up there in northern Michigan too. So, so if I can remember a lot of those names of those towns, I would tell you, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know where that is."
I mean, there's
But no.
like Mackinac, Leelanau, Traverse City, a couple areas. That's usually the most popular up there.
Yeah, I'd have to look at some of my ads and know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that though. And the too many games, and just being thrilled with the world of video
I can't wait
games.
to at least get out and do something, right?
Yeah.
Too many games in 2022 if anyone can make it. Because we're going to try. That's our goal.
Is that
I'm
where is
down.
that?
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
That's what I thought.
No,
That's
it's
what I
even
thought.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, because that's so nicely centrally located for 5 of us.
Yeah, I think it's like 7.5 hours or something. But I mean, I could drive that. It's not a big deal.
Hey, Chuck, are you anywhere near Rust Belt Studios? Have you heard of it?
No, where is it? Do you know where is it located in the Detroit metro area, or?
It is. Let me see. Trying to find the actual address. We almost recorded there. I mean, we're Washington D.C. area based, but our singer had a contact there. I'm trying to find it.
It is
on here.
Because I'm actually in Warren, which is I'm about a few miles from Detroit. I'm like just right on the edge of Detroit City.
I got you. Well, I'll find out. I don't know why there's no address on this website, but
yeah, I don't know. It's really weird that there isn't.
A lot of people are recorded there.
It sounds kind of familiar. So the close I know there's one here in Warren called the Disc, which that have been legendary. Local people have recorded at.
It's on 7th Street in Royal Oak, Michigan.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty close to me. That's probably about not even 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, just north of, what is it, Walter?
Ruther Freeway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's I-696.
Yep. It's just east of Woodward Avenue.
Ooh, that's where they do all the car cruises every summer.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's a Trader Joe's near there.
Well, that's a reason right there.
No, Chuck. Here's the reason. Just south of it, there's Holiday Market.
Well, then there you go.
Thank you.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, that's so awesome.
But there's a Kroger too. So
you got to have a Kroger.
Got to have a Kroger.
How far is Traverse City? How far is Traverse City from you? That's a ways, right?
Traverse City, it takes me about 3.5 hours to drive up there. Yeah.
It's beautiful. I've seen pictures. We almost went.
Great fishing. I mean, you're on Lake Michigan and Grand Traverse Bay. It's just good fishing, good northern. Like I camp up there a little bit more north of there. But it's just beautiful country up there.
Cool.
Oh, and Grosse Pointe.
Grosse Pointe, as in Grosse Pointe blank?
Yeah. That's what I was wondering.
Hey, I've seen that movie.
I have too.
Yeah, they have Grosse Pointe Woods, Grosse Pointe Shores, Grosse Pointe Farms, Grosse Pointe, and Grosse Pointe Park.
I noticed there's a lot of things in Michigan that they rename the same things. Like our streets. I'm not kidding you. I live on. Well, I probably shouldn't say that on air, but I live on.
Yeah, right.
I live at this address. No, I live.
I don't know. Art might be in chat.
I live on a street, and the same street name is literally like 4 streets down. I'm like, and they're like, everybody's I went to that street and it's right there. I'm like, no, I'm the other one. They're like, but there's another one over here, and then there's a 5th one a couple blocks away. I'm like, I guess they just weren't creative when naming streets. Like they couldn't come up.
Huh?
Remember that? Did you guys see that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer gets lost and he's like at I forgot the 2 intersecting streets, but he's like, I'm at the nexus of the universe, and he's like, are you near Famous Ray's or Famous Original Ray's Pizza? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, oh, that's right. I remember that. That's so great.
Oh man. So just trying to think of something. I can't think of it. I don't know. I'm lost.
Should we call it a night?
By the way, speaking of things opening up,
kitty.
The kitty.
Coco.
Coco. So I went just to check to see about our libraries. Does anybody go to the library at all?
I haven't been for a while.
Our library used to have a great selection of movies.
Yeah, that's why I went there today, actually. But they also would have a good selection of stuff that you could purchase that they had taken out of their system and they put on the sale shelf. So I've gotten some good DVDs there, but I've also gotten some great CDs. I picked up a long while ago for 50 cents. I picked up the first Inglorious record on CD, and it was really, really good. But I went there today to look at some movies because I figured there's some new stuff that's coming out that I haven't seen. So I picked up this.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
And then I heard this was pretty good, so I picked it up.
It is actually very good.
Yeah, it is good.
And here's for those who like the classics. I picked up this.
Oh, Joe Don
The original TV series. Oh, great.
All three of the originals.
Oh, right on.
And then I picked this up, which is correctly pronounced what, Pete?
Bachman.
Not well. He pronounces it Backman.
Really?
Back?
Yeah.
That's going to change the band name considerably. Everybody's been pronouncing it Bachman.
For years.
I saw him
kicking around up here playing and stuff. I love
Yeah.
Bachman.
Yeah, he and Tal.
They opened up for Van Halen on the 5150 tour. That was the only time I ever saw them, and they were awesome. They were great.
Wow. I picked this up.
Nice.
Joe and Jeff.
And then this, I had to get this, the new Disney movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Bravo.
And here you go, saving the best for last. Speaking of 80s classics.
Yeah.
And
the
what is
floating
it? Oh,
city.
Space Hunter.
Yep.
I haven't heard of that one.
It was a double feature disc thing.
Wow. I think the last time I got movies from the library, I believe we rented Betamax. It's been a while.
Oh my god!
But I vividly remember it was great. Like they had like a really good selection of movies.
Pete, Coco's ripping your Go Game Go shirt.
She wants one too.
I want this, Dad. Give me the shirt, but take the sleeves off.
The best way to do it.
Maybe that's what happens. Maybe a cat gets a hold of your shirts when they show up.
It could be.
22-pound cat. That was heavy.
22 pounds?
Yeah.
Man.
That was a workout.
Perry's 6 pounds.
And
That's why I don't
Mike,
hold Coco up into the screen, dude.
and Mike thought he was pumping iron. Oh man.
Well,
hey.
call it a night, boys.
Papa Pete, I don't know if you saw it. I posted today, and then it seems like everybody knew about this game except for me. The television version of Defender. I never knew it existed.
Oh,
the Atari Soft games. For some reason, that totally, I totally missed those with the original on television, and I was pleasantly surprised by the port of it of the Intellivision Defender.
I saw that post real quickly. I was tied
Chuck's
up.
pulling it.
Yeah,
Papa
there
Pete.
you go. I've got one right over there. Too, with one of those
So I'm like the only one. I figured you would know. I figured you would have it. Chuck's got one too. Yeah.
Wow.
It looked fantastic, and a lot of the arcade ports were just, we've talked about those before, but that was really strong.
The Atari Soft ports are pretty good, really. I mean, Centipede is really fun, and the Pac-Man, for all intents and purposes, is good as well. I have the not the Atari Soft version yet. I've just got the INTV version, but it's a great game. And Defender, I've not played very much, I have to say, but everything I've heard about it is very good. I've played it for maybe less than 5 minutes because I have it on the Ultimate Flashback as well. But I got a copy from Christian C-Mart a while back back last winter. So it's not an easy one to find either. So
that's what's funny about.
Oh yeah, this is the INTV, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually seen the gameplay of that. I need to look that up because
How does that look compared to the Atari?
My buddy had the 2600 down the street. And, we would always just go to each other's houses and play stuff. But he had, he was able to get most of the arcade ports before Intellivision had them.
Yep.
And so it was great. And I was not super enthusiastic of the Atari Pac-Man, that came out. I mean, it was okay. But going to the arcade every day and seeing that, But
that was. I still consider it one of the most disappointing games in history, not because it's necessarily the worst game, but it was the one that it was a bad game with extreme disappointment.
Yeah.
So I kind of consider it maybe one of the absolute worst games of all time because of the disappointment that it causes so many people. I remember the day we played it, and what we were expecting, and it didn't meet.
Yep.
Didn't live up to even remotely close. And Jeff, I heard you ask that question. There's almost zero difference between the Atari Soft and the INTV version. Except for the Atari Soft versions, all have a splash screen Atari at the very beginning, and that's cut out of the INTV version. Other than that, it's the same code.
I was afraid it was going to look the same based on that cover what Chuck was just showing because it had Pac-Man eating that big chiclet.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to. Yeah. I wanted to make sure I wasn't sure. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they had the vitamin too in the Atari.
Yeah. It looks nothing like the 2600 version.
Yeah. No, and they do have a good homebrew based off the Intellivision Pac-Man. They did a Ms. Pac-Man homebrew. It is absolutely phenomenal. One of my favorite little ports they did.
That's great.
Yeah.
The only Atari centric game that I had, I mean, aside from the Magic games like Atlantis, but I think Atlantis, did Atlantis come out first on Intellivision or was it on Atari first?
It came out on Atari first. The Magic games for Atari were released first, but they were sort of in development, and Atari Demon Attack.
So I had those, but aside from that, the only Atari centric game I had on Intellivision, which was an amazing port, was Pitfall.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic port. I loved that, and I remember playing both of them equal amount of time. And
there was very, very little difference between the two, was there? Was there?
I don't recall much. It was different because playing it on the disc,
pointing the wrong way.
It was. I thought it was a little bit more difficult getting used to playing it with the disc.
Right.
After playing it with the joystick.
Yeah, I said like Stampede. There were some pretty significant differences, even though there were similarities at the same time. And they both are very, very good games in their own right. Don't get me wrong, Stampede same way. But I mean, as soon as you take the Atari cartridge has 6 rows of cattle coming at you, where the Intellivision only has 4. That's a major difference, and they have to design the game a little differently to do it. But you would think it would make a bigger difference than it does too. It doesn't. Both games are still very fun to play.
And in trying to get across the crocodile heads with a disc, I mean, it is a learning curve, but I tell you what, once you learn it, you just know it's perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, that's a game that I played on the Atari, not the Intellivision back in the day. Yeah.
I play it all the time. I still play. I have one of the Atari 2600 flashbacks.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a great selection of games.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Ah, nice.
Pete, I thought you were grabbing a flashback for a second.
For a second, I thought the flashback was coming out.
That's what I thought.
Flashbacks in there.
I just was getting a kick out of having both Chuck and Pete on the same show. And you're like, as soon as somebody mentions a game, you're like, do you want to take that, Chuck? Or do you want to take that, Pete?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking we can go the game and see who can come up with
the old school.
Oh, nice.
This is the one I was talking about the other day on one of the shows. This is the one I had as a kid, which someday I'm going to fix in a stream. That's been broken since 1982. Wow. So I'm going to wait until 2022, and I'm going to do a live stream, fix the damn thing, turn it on for the first time in 40 years.
Well, in that case, the one that I had growing up is still working at my dad's place, and then I've got the one. Maybe I'll hook that up. There you go.
Great, got the paddles too.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Well, gee, I guess I should start flashing it as well.
I wish I would. I really wish I would have kept those game systems. I have very little. I very few toys from my youth. I have the original Mattel baseball, the handheld baseball. Game, and a few others, but the console, the Intellivision is the one I miss the most. That and the Vectrex. I wish I would have saved the Vectrex that I had.
Oh, you had one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That and Coleco Atom. Do you remember the Coleco Atom? It was
the computer
equivalent of the computer system for the.
Well, Jeff, did you get an Intellivision recently, or have you had one?
Well, I had an original a long time ago, but that's when everything got stolen.
Right.
But Luke Boudreaux sent me an Intellivision 2 because I didn't have one. So it was very kind of Luke to do that.
Yeah.
So I have that, and I've gotten a bunch of games. I've got a bunch of games from Luke, Rich. Haywood just sent me some games.
Wow.
Yeah, but I actually have an Intellivision flashback somewhere.
Okay.
And I'm really tempted to do what you did, Pete.
I know, I'm tempted to.
Flashback.
I'm really tempted.
I think I'm about to do the same.
I want to play this.
You had one, right, Lance?
Yeah, I bought one for me, and I did one for my sister.
You're right.
Both enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Totally.
It's well worth it. And I think I got mine back in 9 days. Wasn't even 2 weeks when I sent it.
Oh, that's not bad.
Wow. Yeah. You talk to the guy first. He knows it's coming. He's not like he's got a pile of them there probably to do. He does them every once in a while. So, but he's great, good communicator and does great work. Yeah.
Is that that's called Bite Night?
Bite Night.
Exactly
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bite Night on
Atari
Atari.
On Atari Age.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that because that'd be great to stream in television games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how you stream yours, Pete?
That's how I do everything with mine. I actually, I've not really streamed in television a whole lot. I guess I did once, or a couple times, but
well, you did that Cloudy Mountain, didn't you?
I did, but I used OBS when I did that, and I kind of like to stream with StreamYard, and it doesn't work quite the same way, so I have to play with it a little bit. StreamYard's very simple to stream Atari games because I just use Stella on my computer and share my other screen. But that's not as easy to do with the. I just have to figure the software out. So I think it will work as well. But yes, it's much easier because you have HDMI, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Atari's fine because you just have to get any old controller will work.
Yeah.
Or in television, you gotta use that controller.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's lacking. I have, I think it's called JZ NTV, the Mac.
Yep.
Emulator. It actually is pretty cool because you can play the Magic games. That was the one reason why I wanted to play Lock and Chase, and I wanted to play the Magic games.
Yeah.
And I just have I don't know where they are, but I have some Xbox style controllers, and if you program them right, I mean all these are pretty programmable. You can get something that's passable for some games, but obviously you can't play baseball.
Nope, that's right. Exactly.
That's never happening.
No, Deadly Disc or Night Stalker would be tough.
Yeah, that's the emulator.
Oh yeah,
that's the emulator that I was using for my Pi, and I got the first one was the free NTV, was the better one that you could pull up number pads, but the JZ you had to have a computer or a keyboard. I couldn't make it work on an arcade console.
Right.
So I was kind of bummed about it. Yeah.
But I'll tell you this right now: the JZINTV is the reason. The JZ stands for Joe Zbiziak, who is the most prolific programmer, designer. He's the person who, hold it. He's the one now that does the LTO flash. He does a lot of hardware, a lot of cartridge work for television, for Electronite and such. And he is the most prolific designer, I would say. So that emulator is, without a doubt in my mind, going to be the best one to use, but you have to figure out how to make the controllers work with it.
Yep.
And that
memory mapping too.
Goal is exactly what Bite Night has done.
The memory mapping too is a little tough. So for the Magic games, the ones that require more, you actually have to remap. There's a map file or something like that where you have to configure it on the Mac.
Yeah.
And I have a RetroPie that I have several emulators on, but the SD card's full. And I needed to update everything, and so I just kind of let it sit. I wanted to build different controller systems for it and stuff like that. And it's so time consuming.
It is, yes,
and it's fun. I love it, but I did it for. I mean, I did it honestly for the main games like the arcade.
Yeah.
The '80s arcade emulators, and then I was like, oh, there's ColecoVision, and
Yeah.
And I saw those. And I did install there's an Apple II emulator just so I could run Apple ProDOS.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
That's fun stuff.
All right, guys. Well, thank you all for coming.
Hey,
thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Congratulations on 1 year.
Yeah,
1 year.
Thanks for having me. Because I've been on the shortest amount of time, but I've enjoyed it equally as much.
But you have a Michael Ute stick, so you're good.
Michael Ute stick. I brought that out of the man cave, out of the hockey cave, just for you guys.
Awesome.
That's great.
That's so cool.
That's great.
Right.
And I guess the one person I say, if there's one person that I'm thinking of that I've really missed tonight, though, that hasn't been here, is Rich.
Oh yeah.
So just hi to Rich. Thanks for hanging, and just for anybody else who's not here, that's sometimes usually here or whatever. But
Rich is as good of a guy as you get. The guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was thinking about him today when I was checking out the old video, checking out some of our past videos, and you had this shirt on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, Rich is a busy guy. He's got a. I can't remember when his son was born, but I think he's still under a year.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, it definitely has to be under a year because we've only been here for a year.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Thus the name of
Plus the anniversary show.
I'm the odd man out now, though. I gotta get a gogamego shirt.
That's right.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
We're giving you a pass for now, JD.
I will make that.
Next year.
What was that?
Your days are numbered.
Yeah,
We're giving you a pass for now. he said.
364 more days.
So
Yeah, you
I
got a year
actually
to
had
go.
on a different Van Halen shirt, and it was one that you actually wore before. It was that kind of with the disc.
Yeah.
It's got, yeah. So I was like, oh man, that would be really embarrassing if we ended up wearing the same shirt.
Well, how do you think the rest of us feel?
Well,
I was thinking the same thing. And you guys all copied my wardrobe.
no way, you could.
we all stayed because we didn't know who was supposed to leave.
Who's changing? Are you changing?
You're the hell with it.
I don't think I've ever seen a YouTube video where so many people were wearing the same shirt of the channel. It's
This
very
would be a
unique.
record.
That's
It might be
perfect.
a record.
We are all wearing black though.
I've got gray. I've got
Okay.
like charcoal gray.
Oh, very
I'm the
nice.
gray area. That's for sure. I am totally gray.
Well, and Mama C had the red one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's true.
She looks awesome in the red one. That's great. Love it.
How did we chase her away? What there was something said, and she.
Was it the sex
Believe
tape?
me, there was nothing that was said that would chase her away.
He had to go set up the camera.
It was,
That's why.
she was stopping to say, pay her 1 year anniversary respects. Absolutely.
Aw.
Very nice.
She stayed longer than I expected her to. She was having a good time, but
That's good.
But it was a great start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great entry.
I thought so.
Best entry ever.
Yep.
That is,
So, so tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna have my buddy on. Dan Hurley is his name, and one of the things I'm going to talk to him about tomorrow, I'm going to bring up some rare '80s tracks. So you can be prepared to hear about and discuss on an open chat some of those songs and from where they came. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow. And then what are we doing next week, Jeff?
oh, you know what? We are doing. Let's do an E3 and open.
Yeah.
I can open chat and E3 because Monday,
Monday, right?
television has their video.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Nintendo has their video, and then Wednesday we go. So we can talk about that for a bit, and then just have an open chat.
You mean we go game go?
Yeah, we'll go game go.
Nice.
So
And, yeah, so that'll be good next week. It'll be fun because I love E3.
yeah, that's great. All right, well, gentlemen,
And we'll have Art Big Fall on one day.
John, you're
Chuck,
shooting yourself
if you
in the
wanna-
foot with that guy.
If you want to come on too, we'll have you on as well.
Hey, maybe we can both be on.
we would bring just love and friendship.
There'll be a lot of bathroom breaks between Art and.
I'll be drinking a lot of water that night.
There'll be a lot of bathroom breaks.
Be right back. Chuck, your the video you did with the shilling thing where you change the shirts. Did you ever see the Benny Hill video where they were talking about inconsistencies in movies, where like the water will be full in a glass and then half full, and they just took it.
I know what you mean. Yeah, for sure.
They took it to extreme where Benny Hill he'd be talking to somebody and his shirt would change, or all of a sudden he'd be wearing a cowboy hat.
Right.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I was watching your video. Like Benny Hill thing.
Like it's like all real bad, just like straight cuts.
Oh man.
I always remember that with the what's it? It's the remake, The Untouchables, when Sean Connery, when he goes to recruit Sean Connery in his apartment and his collar's open, collar's closed. Collar's closed, collar's open. And then what is it? Pretty Woman? She's eating a croissant, and then all of a sudden she's eating a pancake.
Makes you wonder how they make those mistakes in such
I
big
know.
movies.
I know. I watch consistency stuff like that all the time. There was some other movie I just watched where it's a woman and a guy sitting at a table, and she's got both hands on the table, and then they shoot from behind her, and she's eating something. What's up?
All right, Nick came in. Let's go, people.
Well,
Nick, you literally came as we were leaving, but you made it. You snuck
You
into
did.
the anniversary
Well, I
show.
guess we'll stay on for another hour.
there you go. Hey, Stu, on movies, it's not just props. There's also been movies where it's, an actor's playing a part. There's been times when actors have called him by the real name. In the movie The Doors, Val Kilmer plays Jim Morrison.
Yes.
And the gal goes up to him and she goes, "It's you they want, Val." It's like, oops.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Well, now,
That was left in?
Still in there?
well,
Yes.
now riddle me this,
Oh.
Pete. You would be able to help me with
Okay.
this. I would think you'd be. I don't know who else is a
enough?
huge Star Wars person.
Okay.
Who else is a big Star Wars person?
I mean,
Anybody?
I love Star Wars, but Pete
Wow. Grew up around
takes
it.
Star Wars and MASH to another level.
Okay, so is it? Am I
In a good way.
Am I making this up, or in episode 4, very first one?
Yeah.
At the end, after he's blown up the Death Star. Oop! I hope I didn't spoil that for anybody.
I was just going to watch that.
Sorry, it's even 2 meters wide. Huh, who knew?
I heard you can hit that like a womp rat is about that size, isn't it?
Right. I honor Pete every time we play Rocket League, and if we hit the ball and it doesn't go in, I go, just impact it on the surface. But at the end of that, I thought when Leia came running over to Luke at the
In the hangar.
at the X-wing fighter, right?
Yeah.
I think he says Carrie.
I've heard that before, but I don't think I don't think that's actually what it said, but it sounds like it. It's like like lyrics in a song, lyricosis they call it, the
Right.
show, where they play. He's not really saying this. I think that is a belief because it sounds something like that, but no, I don't believe it's true.
So
But
he could have said,
watch that and see.
so he could have said, "Kiss this guy."
There you go.
Have you seen that website?
Wrapped
There's a
up
website,
like a
all misheard lyrics, and that's the name of the website.
Lyricosis.
Okay,
It's kissthisguy.com.
Oh, kiss this guy. Yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
cool.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic site.
Well, you chime in with me tomorrow night, JD. We'll talk about a few of those things.
By the way, before I forget, one more
Yeah.
reason if you want to come to DC, they have an X-wing fighter at the Air and Space Museum now.
Oh,
It's being renovated. It's on
Oh,
it's
wow.
from one of the more recent, iterations. Might even be Rise of Skywalker.
That'd be better.
But either way, but it's full size, and they're actually doing renovations. And there's a
That poor ship.
reconstruction area that like when you're there, you can see it being worked on. But they're going to actually bring it out they're going to bring it out on display.
Could you see if they have like an X-wing fighter from Episode 4, and then they have in the same museum they have one from Rise of Skywalker, and it's like, yeah, you suck. Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, I don't know why you're so pumped up about that. Shut it.
Listen, all I can say is, for somebody who hates it so much, you got to be a closet fan because you won't stop talking about it.
I liked it.
I think you're right there.
I liked it.
I've never seen
it. I've enjoyed all of the recent ones too. Just on
I
their
did
own.
too. I like actually all Star Wars. I mean, I'm gonna have nitpick on everything, but on especially the new ones you got to. But I still love them all in general.
I actually loved Solo. I thought Solo was fun.
I did too. I really.
That was a good one.
All I know is all of this talking about Rise of Skywalker really makes me wonder if you guys really do like me or not. I'm like, I don't know.
Do you like Megadeth?
Yeah, right. Do you like Megadeth? Yes. Do you like Slayer? Yes. We're done. We're done.
Stuart, I have a feeling if you make it to Papa Pete Land to pick up your beer, that He's going to make you watch Rise of Skywalker before he gives it to you.
I'm telling you,
projector screen and
you want it. You want to drink it, Stu? You want it? You want it?
Before you get that DVD, you're gonna have to watch.
There you go.
What he's gonna do is buy an extra copy. Well, I mean, somebody will give him one and actually throw $5 in with it. But and then he'll have it there waiting for me, and he'll go, "Here's your beer. We're gonna watch it." And guess what? A consolation prize. You get to take one home with you.
You know what?
Do I get the $5? No. How do you think I bought the beer, asshole?
Yeah, if you think for a second you're gonna have to wait that long, you're sadly mistaken.
You could see
I
a
agree,
double feature of that. You could see a double feature of that. And have you guys seen Corvette Summer?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Years ago.
The first one.
Yeah.
Annie Potts.
She was in that?
Oh, was she? I don't even remember.
That's the girl, Annie Potts. She was pretty, primed in that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I quit better jobs than this.
Because back then she was like the woman from the Meatloaf videos.
Oh,
you know,
really?
I mean, she's
I don't think I knew
like
that.
very.
Wow.
She's not her. I'm just saying.
Oh,
she was,
right.
attractive and hot like that. You know what I mean? Where she's sassy hot. You know, and she was one of those. But
Hey, thanks, Jeff Davis.
Hey, Jeff Davis.
Born Distracted. I hope to see you in the chat tomorrow. So, it always has some cool stuff to say. I used to be a big Star Wars fan. Rise of Skywalker is better than Last Jedi. Wow. Better than Last Jedi. Okay. I mean, I don't know. That's like trying to decipher a couple of turds. Which one is worse?
Oh.
This one smelled. This one.
Nobody's mentioned Force Awakens. What did you guys? I've never heard you guys say anything about Force Awakens.
Because Force Awakens,
I loved it for nostalgia's sake alone.
Right.
And it was like the first one back in a long time, and way better. I'm sorry, way better than Episode 1. You know.
But here's the thing: it didn't break a bunch. The lore had already been broken with the first 3, but it didn't break. It didn't break a bunch of lore barriers. You're like, what the hell? And when they got in The Last Jedi, you're like, why did you just bend me over and do me with this movie? This is horrid. It's like the 4th alleged Indiana Jones movie. It's just shite. It's garbage. It's junk. And they all start off okay.
They're making a 5th.
I love Force Awakens. I actually saw Force Awakens at the same theater that I saw A New Hope at for the very first time in 2017, and
very cool.
It was a classic theater in DC, and it was called the Uptown, and it just closed. I don't know, like a year or 2 ago, but it was amazing. And what was even cooler is I was not the only one that was doing that. There were other people there that did exactly the same thing, in 1977, which was really cool. So a lot of good vibes with that.
That's so cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, because like I say, that Force Awakens, whether I loved it or not, I still don't. Okay. And I realize I just watch movies differently than other people. Everybody watches movies differently.
Yeah.
But I flipping hate that character. Kylo Ren. He's such a whiny bitch. Who would ever hire this asshole? Because he runs around bashing up your frickin' space station. Just wanging his hammer on his helmet on everything. And then he's bashing shit up. We got to clean up on level 22 again. Hey, Bob, you want to fix the elevator again? Yeah. Whiny bitch is on it again and tearing up the place.
But does he redeem himself in the last one?
No. And you know what? I don't care.
That's why you
I wonder
have
if the
to
whiny
watch it.
bitch is better on this one. I'll just find out. No, not happening. No, whiny bitch in the first one, whiny bitch in the second one, and you might as well count me out for the third one.
Ooh, they got an indie compilation, Born Distracted said, coming out.
Did you say copulation?
Copulation. I mean compilation.
You're so sexy.
Yeah, it's always on the brain, I tell you. That is awesome. Now the new Indy is about to start getting filmed, I think, later this year.
I heard that.
Indy 5, yeah.
I look forward to that. I was not too keen on the last one. And I love the series, but
right, yeah, it's not the best, but I mean, it wasn't terrible, but they could have done a little. There was just some scenes. I'm like, really, you kept that in and didn't reshoot that? You know, like
wait, which one? Which one was
Crystal Skull?
Crystal Skull.
Oh God, what a piece
It
of
was
shit!
close to terrible. It was. Close
Let me
to
put it this
terrible.
way:
there were people that
Too much
watched the
CGI.
theater when I was there, which was stunning to me.
Well, and it started off great. I loved the whole opening scene, and they threw they had the whole magnetic thing happening, and I thought that's really cool. And then they just took a shit. They just
The only thing I can remember from that movie is when there was a bunch of crates sitting around, and Indy was trying to, I guess, get away from someone who was shooting him, or he was trying to shoot somebody. And I don't know. It was like the scene out of Police Squad where they're doing a shootout and they're like this far away from each other. Somehow they can't hit each other. Like, oh my God, how can you guys be this bad? And Indy's getting kind of old, so he was moving pretty slow, and like, oh God.
He's slung off that light, no problem.
They started filming over in England, and he's 78 out cycling. He was out cycling in between today or yesterday while waiting to shoot. He's 78 years old, filming the 5th Indiana Jones movie over there.
That's amazing.
He's doing really well, actually. I mean, the man crashed his plane
and survived. How is that possible?
Yeah, he came on a talk show and he had a broken arm. He's like,
that was right near where a friend of mine lived too, not too far away from that golf course.
Really? I'm just picturing him crashing and just standing up and going like,
yeah,
and just walking away.
Yeah, no problem.
He
was like, get off my plane.
He's a helicopter pilot too, and he helps out during the forest fires, like the drop-ins of the firefighters and stuff. It's pretty amazing, and he just donates his time. Pretty cool.
My favorite was when he went on Conan, and Conan brought his the guy that was a super Star Wars fan, had a Millennium Falcon he built from scratch out of Legos. Anyone know where I'm going with this? And Harrison Ford goes, "Yeah, I'll sign that for you," because you know how he just hates like Star Wars stuff. He grabs it and he goes, "Oh, whoops!" And smashes the whole thing. And the guy just stood there and looked at him blankly. And he goes, "Here, let me sign it for you." And he picked up a piece and went, "There you go." And I laughed my ass off. I'm sorry, it was great. But I remember they staged it, except the guy that was getting the thing, he didn't know it was staged, So they're all laughing, the audience laughing. That guy just stood there like,
wow.
Yeah. Like, you just smashed my Millennium Falcon. But hey, you got it on video and you got the peace sign. So come on. Really, are you losing? Right. I'm sure every little piece of that can be auctioned.
Amen to that.
That reminds me, my girlfriend bought a Lego Millennium Falcon that we've still yet to assemble. Not the huge one, not the big one, but it's big enough to, we're going to struggle finding a place for it, but we'll find one.
I'm sorry, I just was thinking dirty again. It's big enough that we're going to struggle to find a place for it.
And on that note,
I was going to say something. I'm just going to shut up.
Why does Chuck ever have me do that? I don't know why Chuck makes me say that. I will say Crusade is probably my favorite as well. Born Distracted, that's for sure.
I think so too.
I'd say Raiders and Crusade are my, those
definitely.
I like Temple of Doom too, but I mean, yeah.
But all three are good.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah, but just not that fourth one. Oof.
No, Crusade was epic though. It really was epically good.
Such a just good continuation of that story.
Yes.
Yeah,
and one of the best third films in any series ever. Really, I like Return of the Jedi too. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, me too.
Last Crusade was so they took an amazing movie like Raiders of the Lost Ark was a surprise hit, and then Temple of Doom was just a different style, and the Last Crusade was just head and shoulders up there. But it was because it was so good. It wasn't because it was the other ones weren't good. They were fantastic.
Correct.
Very strange. Very strange.
Yeah,
that's unusual.
Yeah, it's just like Slapshot 1, 2, and 3, just amazing, and they get better.
I know. It's just like how can you?
Right there.
There you go.
Sorry,
See, that Slapshot 3 was Rise of Skywalker. See, there you go. There you go.
Hey, listen. All I know is all you got to do is any sports movie put Stephen Baldwin in it, and it's going to go right through the friggin' roof. I'm telling you that.
The Ted McGinley of movies.
I don't know what this means.
I don't either.
Does anyone know about Spielberg's daughter? I don't know.
Oh, is she directing?
Is she directing? I know Ron Howard's daughter is directing stuff now.
Yeah.
She did a Mandalorian.
Is she doing the new Raiders?
I don't know.
Blade Runner 2049 was good. I liked it.
I liked it.
He did a great job in that too. He still can act his ass off. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. No, he's
I don't
great.
care how old he is. I love seeing him in movies.
By the way, Aaron, I love your new logo for Nerd Crave. I really like that. Well done.
It is cool.
I got to come up with a big color version of my stuff, I think. I had one other thing I was going to say, but I can't think of it right now. Anyway.
Yeah, you can let us know on the 2nd year anniversary.
Yeah, no doubt. I'll forget it, but
We'll be playing this clip right here.
Could you play that again so I can remember what I was going to talk about?
We're going to be playing.
No, it was the Blade
Papa
Runner
Pizza
thing.
opening on next year's.
Well, Jeff, had you seen? You saw the new Blade Runner, right?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you know any? Does anybody
I saw
know anybody
one,
that's?
I saw the movie where the guy is hanging. There's a lot of sand, and they're on some vehicle, and there's a big pole. And the guy's playing guitar, bouncing around.
What the hell did you watch?
It was. I get those
I think
movies
that was
confused.
Weird Al's The Saga Begins.
That sounds like
were
Reno Williams or something.
There was some kind of contraption where the guy was like suspended on this machine that's like flying down the road, and he's bouncing around and
with a guitar.
Mad Max.
No, you saw Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Oh,
Okay.
Thunderdome.
No, the
Fury
recent
Road.
Yeah, the recent one.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen
Fury
that.
Road. Yeah.
I'm
That's
so
a good
embarrassed to say I have not watched the Blade Runner 2049 or Mad Max yet, and they're both in there, and they're both supposed to be fantastic.
Both were great.
Yeah, right.
The Mad Max was good, but I just didn't know if anybody knew anybody that hadn't seen the first Blade Runner that watched the 2049.
I don't.
Because I was sitting next to a couple. When Christine and I went, we were sitting next to a couple.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, he goes, "Oh, that was interesting." And I chimed up because he kind of just said it aloud. And I said, "Yeah, we just watched the original last night." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I've never seen that." I'm like, "Then why the hell are you here?" I'm just like,
of all movies, that's the one you definitely have to pay attention to the original to see the second one.
Because you're 3/4 of the way through the movie, and this woman walks out in this World War II style hairdo, and you're like, don't you wonder who she is? I mean, she's just out of the blue.
Enjoying it.
Whereas we're sitting here going, "Oh my God, there she is! Holy crap!" I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, we've had a million notes. We realize this.
A lot of notes.
A lot of notes.
I'm
But we're
taking
still under
notes.
3 hours.
That's good. We'll get out under 3 hours. It's
Maybe.
Well, thanks for having us again, guys. Really.
Thanks for being had.
Always fun. Always fun.
Thank you for
We'll
being
see you
had.
guys in a year.
Great.
For
Why
this
do I
kind
think
of
it
a
won't be that long?
Great seeing all you guys, and great meeting you, Chuck.
Yes, very.
Look forward to
Yeah.
talking again.
All right,
Yep.
guys.
And then we'll check that date for me, JD, and we'll see if we can get that worked out.
And now time for the post-stream party.
And don't forget Hammer Away
Let's
tomorrow.
get some beers.
Hammer away tomorrow with my buddy Dan Hurley, and we'll be talking about some interesting 80s tracks.
Celebrating 1 year. It's go
Game.
gone.
Wow.